With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. Streams online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because the squad can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machinist, not in burp and leaning ban. It matters not if factory fun is shy or scant to see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a bike, pretending they're for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't actor as a fact, as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end.
Swimsuit model with eating disorder. Spent $200 on her DoorDash order. Yo, just a fucking crook with a fucking crooked jaw. False flagging out channel with my puppy dog. I committed fraud and I got low T's. I'm a low T god. False flagging, mundane maggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a faggot. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Arnold. Phil's a nigger.
Oh,
Right?
I think that's me. Sorry, some of the OBS settings seem to see fucking resetting me. I should have checked that before starting. That's bad. I assumed that it was okay. I mean, I forgot to check the microphone and settings, or it reset the microphone setting. So I was like, what the fuck's going on? Is the microphone on? Is it whatever? And it's like, okay, fuck it, I was going to the settings, and lo and behold. I do apologise for the false start, guys, but yeah, I do hope you all had a good time from Phil's day off shenanigans. This was King Jad, this is DSP Bingo, and today is Friday, 12th of April 2024. Do hope you're all doing very well indeed, as Phil is going to say. This is a very crazy fucking, you know, his day off was crazy. He was saying today's podcast will be interesting for sure, according to DSP. He's also watched 3 episodes of Fallout so far. A few criticisms, but we like it, so says DSP. I think I heard a D-Dog review. I've seen a D-Dog review of it earlier on. And D-Dog's words were, let me just get this correct, okay? Let's just make sure I don't fucking butcher this, you know, or whatever. D-Dog said, I finished the Fallout TV series. DSP won't like episode 1, sex and fapping, and episode 6 has an orgy with boobs in it. So yeah, I guess Phil's criticisms are going to be about the sexual content of Fallout. I'm pretty confident if Phil complains about the sexual scenes in Fallout, I'm giving us a free space. How's that? That's of course if he mentions it and brings it up on this fucking show. If Phil's criticism is the fact that there's sexual content in Fallout, the TV series, free space. There you go. I guess I'll have to wait and see if Phil does actually mention that in any capacity on this coming podcast and all that shit. Look, so Phil didn't have a great couple of final days. His last 4 streams, or his last 3 streams, because he was off on Monday night, you know what I mean. Alone in the Dark only got him $26. You know what I mean, didn't do very well at all. Also, people made fun of Phil on a show called Who Are These Podcasts? They decided to talk about the the Level 1 podcast. And the title of the video they made about it was called Video Game LOL Cow Fails Epically at podcasting. I've not seen this yet. I've heard it is quite brutal towards Phil. The description is Darkside Phil is one of the internet's biggest begging losers. He filed bankruptcy after years of purchasing video games and not paying any bills. Only in America, he's still begging for money online and barely getting by. Maybe it's time to try something else. So, yeah, I've not seen any of it, as I said, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the start of it. We're not going to watch all of it, you know. We're going to watch the start of it, you know what I mean, maybe the first 5 minutes or so, and then I'll share a link to the video in the chat afterwards, you know, and we can all watch it ourselves later on. But I'll just watch the whole thing, that's a bit unfair on them.
Who are these podcasts? WATP.
This is a show that is hosted by Darkside Phil, DSP. This guy has been doing it forever. I think he's on his 16th year of live streaming.
I mean, he's not been streaming for 16 years. He's been making content for 16 years, but yeah, I mean, it's not too far off.
Started in 2008. He's had quite a run, a lot of ups and downs. We're not going to be able to tackle the entire story today, obviously. But I wanted to start with this podcast that he's doing, this Level 1 podcast. And the podcast starts off kind of weird because he does like this Hail Hitler thing. So he's 8-bitted out in front of the video motion thing that's going on. Yeah. And he does this.
I mean, they're not wrong. It doesn't look like... Why would Phil include this in his intro? Well, it does kind of look like he's doing a kind of... Yeah, Phil, why would you do that gesture and include it in your show every day?
Which is...
Yeah.
Odd, because the guy was literally kicked off of Twitch for saying things that were derogatory about Jews.
It was Blip, not Twitch. Thank you. Wrong platform, buddy. Debunked.
But it's not,
Well, then it's on
not that
brand.
odd.
Well, because I mean, he's trying to change his ways, but yeah, I guess that's on brand for him.
Yeah.
to
People
do
have
that.
spoken, Carl.
Yeah, fair enough. So, what is your experience, Andy? I'll ask you with Darkside Phil. Are you familiar with this character?
No, not at all. My experience with him was being bored to tears.
Okay. And Lucy, what do you know about Darkside Phil? I know that you're pretty good with the lolcowverse.
Yeah, so I started watching his podcast, listening to his podcast, and I was like, this is the most boring thing that I've ever heard. I
Sure.
did not realize that it was DSP.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally figured it out because, like, 4 months ago, Turkey Tom posted one of these, like, YouTube documentaries about him explaining how he's a lol cow, and I fell asleep during it because even his lol cowness is boring.
Yeah.
That's like kind of good actual summary of it, you know what I mean? Even as a low cow, Phil's boring as fuck as well. Why do you think I try and turn his podcast into a fucking game of bingo? The bingo helps try and keep people paying attention, otherwise people will be falling to goddamn sleep and be bored to fucking tears. In my opinion, doing something like playing a game to try and make it somewhat bearable is the only way you can get through Phil's podcast on a regular basis. And even then, the game is like, the game can only do so much for you. Sometimes you need to tap out regardless.
He's definitely lost the viewership he once had. There was a time when he had a lot of people watching his channel and he was doing very well. In 2010, he got laid off from his job and just became a full-time streamer and was making money doing that. And now he's doing the thing that pisses a lot of people off, and that's constantly begging for money.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I can guarantee you, Phil will have been told about this documentary. I'm going to guess he's going to try and pretend it hasn't happened. Like, he'll see people mention in his chat, and he's going to say, I don't want to talk about it, or something, I imagine. It's going to take something... my opinion is that Phil's going to pretend it's not a thing. And he's going to just fucking ignore anyone trying to bait a response of him about it. He might address it briefly, but he's probably going to fucking not do much about it. I love how they titled the intro. So they had a tweet. They went and clipped his intro. It's only 12 seconds long, and they titled it Hitler Salute.mp4. Jesus Christ, man! I mean, these guys are fucking savage.
And that's really annoying to people. But I want to point out some things he does right at the get-go. I just checked out the most recent episode. I got a couple things here that I wanted to play for you, because he starts out by talking about things that aren't going to happen, but they might. So I sped this up at 2x so that we could get through it. Once
Hey, he's aware you need to speed up to try and make it less boring. Well, not less boring, but just you get through the boring shit quicker.
he gets into it, basically what he's saying is, because he's always talking about a schedule on this show. It's nonstop. We got this coming up. We got that coming up. I'm going to be doing this thing, then that thing. And you can stick around for this thing and watch that thing. And so he's concerned about his internet going down, and rightfully so, because he wouldn't be able to keep up with that schedule.
And here's the very good news. This is it. I will not be missing, hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, arms and fingers and toes, all curled together. Hopefully I won't be missing any more streams this month, and we should be into a full-on normal streaming schedule moving forward. As long as things don't go wrong. And what I mean by that is,
I was notified this morning by my internet company that they are this week performing a long-term maintenance on the business level internet that I have. And that even though they are not expecting any outages, they do have scheduled times when the internet will be down overnight. So, for example, last night, my wife and I were getting ready to go to sleep. We were actually turning on music that we play in the living room for like 20 minutes before, take a shower and go to sleep. And so we go to turn it on, and the whole thing freezes. We're like, huh? So we pick up our phones are frozen. Guess what? The internet went down. And I looked it up, and it said that there was an outage in our area. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then this morning I received a notification officially from my internet company saying, yes, they are doing infrastructure upgrades this week, and they're planning on multiple nights where it will be down. Now you would think, well, that won't affect my streams, right? You would hope so, except I hate to say it, a lot of these times these things are not very reliable, and you think, gee, you would hope they're not going to screw it up and goof something up and affect the stream. I hope not, because obviously I would like to be here for all the days that I'm scheduled. I'll let you guys know if anything goes wrong. If my internet clunks out during the stream and isn't seeming to come back, what I always do is I post up both on my X/Twitter account at DSP, but I also post up on the main channel page of this channel on the community tab. My phone will still work. I have satellite, the phone internet, so I should be able to still get connected to that and let you guys know exactly what's going on. I'll be able to be a lot slower. I wouldn't be able to do streams from the phone or anything like that, but I'll let you know what's happening. So let's hope it doesn't interfere with the streams.
So sorry for putting you through that.
Yeah.
But basically that was twice the speed of what it actually was. He starts off his show explaining that the internet might go down, but probably not, because the company said that it wouldn't.
Well,
16 years, you say?
Yeah, I know. And this is how he starts off the show. Like, this is not compelling content, sir.
No.
Get into it. What are we talking about
The
today?
cat is more compelling.
yeah, that was the best part.
The cat was very tolerant of that whole.
Hey, Jasper getting love from these guys. Fantastic. Is Phil live yet? Just want to make sure I'm not missing Phil. Nah, then okay, cool. We're going to watch some more of this until Phil goes live.
Soliloquy
Oh,
that
it's
just
used to it.
happened.
Yeah, the cat's beaten down at this
Thank you,
point.
Jasper.
Lucy, what'd you pick up on from this show?
Well, so I heard a lot of the, begging for money. I heard a lot of annoyances, but I checked out an episode where he was celebrating his birthday.
Oh, yeah, he had his big birthday weekend.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a big deal to him.
So he streamed for like the entire thing, which is the saddest birthday that I could possibly imagine.
Oh, I don't
having.
know. I bet he's pretty excited about it.
He was very excited about it. So we're going to be checking out the conclusion of his celebration, for which he is obviously going to need some cake or a brownie.
so what a heck of a day. I think a little bit for everyone. Gameplay, reacting, food vlogging. This is the finale. And what I'm going to do right now is have a brownie that my wife made. But I don't think that the frosting solidified yet. Basically, it's a chocolate brownie with a peanut butter frosting and crushed peanuts on top. And it looks good, smells great, but definitely the frosting is gooey.
So not only is he complaining about people not giving him money, but he's complaining about the lovely brownie that his wife made
Yeah, what
him.
the fuck?
Yeah.
I wanted to eat it now. It's not ready now.
Where's
What's
the candle,
problem?
bitch?
Yeah, right?
He is really, really obsessed with the frosting not being to his liking. But in clip 2, we'll see that it's fine.
Like, you can tell it needs to be in the fridge more to solidify more. So it's fine, because what happened is, of course, she frosted it when it was out of the oven, so it's probably too warm to solidify yet, and it just hasn't sat in the fridge long enough.
Jesus, explain it more, Phil. Explain it even more. Phil's going live apparently. What stock? Oh, he's going back to that little stock footage thing. Wait. What's it doing? Oh, this is replacing. Okay, hold on. Never mind. So yeah, we'll just leave it on pause there. He's having a short intro today, essentially. I was confused for a second there what Phil was doing. It's a short intro today. I mean, I kind of want to watch the end of this particular segment about them reviewing Phil eating food, and then of course I'll do bingo. I mean, we're not going to watch too much. Actually, I don't know if I can watch the whole thing here. I'd feel a bit bad about that. But yeah, we'll just watch them reviewing Phil eating his fucking birthday brownie / cake, and see what they got to say about it. And then I'll share a link to a video if you guys haven't seen it yet.
You think I'm a terror?
So she's just off camera and she's like, oh, jeez.
I can't figure out if he's more mad at his wife or how time works. Like,
Right.
he hates everything. So in clip 3, I just want him to shut up about the frosting already.
The frosting didn't solidify, like I said.
No,
It's fucking
It was very
amateur
gooey
hour
frosting.
upstairs, I guess.
another birthday ruined.
Yeah.
You need times to harden. If it hardens, it's going to be perfect. I've had brownies just like this before. The brownie part tastes amazing. It's nice. It's moist, chocolatey. But definitely the peanut butter frosting needs more time to cool. But it will. It's in the fridge right now.
All right.
She's already packed her shit and gone.
Yeah, he does a
He's
lot
grabbing
of
a
food stuff.
Fucking hot dog off the grill before it's ready. It's
right.
got to be in the fridge for a little while
Yeah.
before you eat it. You're just eating shit before it's ready to be eaten, then complaining that it's not good enough.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pissed off because his wife didn't make the brownies until after they were done with dinner. Why didn't you make the brownies before dinner?
I have to eat this on my show.
This is a show about video games, right?
This is a show about video games,
Not
but
internet connections and brownies.
he tries to do a lot of different things. He's constantly throwing shit at the wall to see what will stick.
Yeah.
So since you played that, I'll play you this. He recently, this is from 3 days ago.
No, we're not playing it anymore. Guys, if you want to check out the rest of this, by all means, please make sure you go to yourselves directly to the source, and I'm going to watch it later on myself. You know what I mean? First things first, I'm doing bingo. You know what I mean? But you guys want to check that out yourselves later on. You want to kind of see what else I got to say about Phil and reviewing his podcast and the things he does for his content, and see their analysis of Phil's, podcasting skills. So check them out, and I'm sure there are some familiar names in the comment section. I'll just say that there are some familiar names. You might recognise a couple of them. I was going to leave it at that. There's some very familiar looking names. There you go. Fantastic stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, you guys want to check it out, by all means go for it, you know what I mean? But yeah, there we go. So let's focus on the bingo. Okay, this is what we're here for. We're here for the bingo, and to play bingo, we're going to need a number. Okay, so the first number in chat I see will be what we use for today's bingo card. No pressure, but somebody please pick a good one. We want to win, after all. The first number in chat I saw was 34 from the one and only Grease Monkey. Coincidentally, Dashi also picked 34, just to fucking make sure you weren't alone, Grease Monkey. Now he's sharing the responsibility with you, so doesn't he win, you're both to fucking blame. How about that? So, yeah, 34 was the first number in chat I saw. A randomised bingo background, I mentioned background. As me butchering English language already. And it's a good job I don't mean fucking talk or anything for fucking doing this. Anyway, 34, random bingo number, go, and here we go, we have our randomised bingo card for today's show. We need Phil to mention some politics stuff. Him doing all siege mode, which is where he folds and crosses his arms. Him saying obviously engagement and fun. The second row is Phil doing or saying Q&A, now, example, feedback and people saying. The third row is Phil saying I would argue. In fact, so anyway, okay and friend. The fourth row is Phil saying fuck. Him gonna go turbo nose where he goes no. Alright, him having dead air, and him saying you see. And the fifth and final row is Phil saying dude, life, meaningful, him touching his face, and him messing about with his phone in some capacity. So there you go, that's today's bingo card, and hopefully we can get another full house today. The current bingo prize fund is $100. If we win bingo today and get a full house 25 out of 25, that bingo prize fund will go up $25 and up to 125 buckaroos. And yeah, if we do manage to get a full house, of course, one of you guys could potentially win that bingo prize fund at the end of the month when we have a marbles race to determine who wins it. But to be eligible, to be in, with a chance of winning that bingo prize fund, you've got to make sure you've left a comment in the community post, which is linked in the description of this live stream. If you haven't done it yet, fucking do it before the end of the month, so you got a chance of winning that bingo prize. Now, of course, there's a variety of ways for us to try and get a full house, through a variety of free spaces. For example, if Phil snorts or burps 10 times before he starts recording for his gameplay for our YouTube, that gives us a free space. And if we get 100 likes on the stream before we finish playing bingo, not only will it give us a free space as well, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate the 100 likes. So you guys are in direct control of one of the ways we can get a free space. The rest of the ways are controlled by Phil's bizarre bodily functions. And I think I've covered all the bases, and I think there's nothing else to go over. I think all we need to do now is press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle.
Fuck's sake, Jesus! Christ!
And on that note, I guess that time go. Good luck, everybody. Here we fucking go.
Good morning, everyone. It's the start of a new streaming week here on DSP Gaming. Got a lot to talk about on today's Level 1 podcast, including the launch of the Fallout 3 TV series, which I'll be covering briefly because I don't want to spoil too much. But also, Bill's Day Off, an update on the games that I'm currently playing, and some very interesting insight into the world of my detractors. All of this and more on today's show.
Whoa. An interesting insight into the world of my detractors. Remember when he said he ignored all the goddamn white noise and didn't bother his horse with it? What the hell happened about that? Also, have I missed anything here? Is updating the card? I don't think it is. Is interesting on the card? I don't think it is. I don't think I've missed anything on the card, but I am so confused. I am quite confused how all of a sudden he's going to fucking start talking about detractors and the world of detractors. He's fucking talking like we're some sort of fucking museum fucking exhibit or something, you know? Fucking turn the corner in a museum, and over here you see the wall of detractors. What the fuck is going on? Fuck me. Yeah, well, I guess. Fuck me. I am worried about how this fucking bingo's gonna go. I am fearing the worst. Good luck, everybody. At time go.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm DSP, and welcome to the show. Today is the 12th of April, 2024. Today is the beginning of my full streaming week, 6 straight days of streams, and this week, no interruptions. Every single day will be a double stream day, no time off for private videos or having to do stuff behind the scenes, everything back to normal, thankfully. And I'm very excited for that. This week, man, we've got such a mix. We've got continuing playthroughs. We've got concluding playthroughs. We've got multiplayer games back into the mix for the first time in ages, and it's good to have that level of variety. We've got the start of a co-op playthrough with myself and my wife, Kat, and just so much good stuff. A new game possibly as well, it looks like, on Tuesday. So, wow, great week coming up, and I hope you guys are ready for that. I know I am. Definitely a far cry from what we were doing for 2.5 months. The stagnation is ended, and things are feeling fresh and interesting around here, right? So, welcome to the show. I'm coming back from my day off yesterday. Yesterday was my wedding anniversary celebration. It wasn't my actual wedding anniversary. That was Wednesday, but our schedule had been thrown into disarray because my wife's work schedule shifted around last minute.
Who fucking cares?
Kind of on the fly, do some adjustments. And so I was here on Wednesday and then had Thursday off, which was an awesome day with my wife, which I'll talk about today. I'm just excited for this new week. You know, I'm basically fully into the spring vibe now. Like, every day it's about 50 to 60 degrees outside. And when it's that warm, it means that it's going to get warmer in this office. So at this point, we may be saying goodbye to long sleeves and fall and winter attire. Considering we're in spring, it kind of makes sense. So I would prepare yourselves for more nice short sleeve shirts, shorts, and stuff like that. But man, things have picked up a lot in the world of gaming in the last few days. We've got updates, we've got TV shows, we've got everything exploding. And obviously, as you can see, I'm also celebrating Fallout coming to prominence once again. I actually feel like, sadly, the Fallout series has completely fallen out of prominence for many, many years, with the mixed reception of Fallout 4 and the very negative initial reception of Fallout 76. Mainstream gamers don't usually talk about Fallout. But now that this new Amazon TV series has released, it's getting traction. In the last 2 days that it's been out, people seem to absolutely be loving it, whether they are longtime fans of the game franchise and series or whether they've never heard of it before and this is their first exposure. And that's actually a good thing. I'd much rather have video games get exposure through these kind of means than not. At the same time, the really good thing about this Fallout TV show that I can tell you all, it doesn't ruin the experience of being a fan of the original games. For example, this isn't the first video game TV show that we've had in recent memory. The problem is the ones that we've had ruin the source material. Halo has completely ruined the source material, disrespecting the idea of Master Chief or anything going on in the games. It's just a joke. It's a drama that has nothing to do with Halo except the namesake. Or what about The Witcher? That started off really strong, and now several seasons in, everyone says basically sucks and is even dropping. You know, the main guy playing the character is gone, right? Or what about The Last of Us, which tried to do a frame-by-frame adaptation of the game, but then wedged in completely unrelated side plots, emphasized human drama more than the fact that you're in the goddamn apocalypse and barely had any monsters. It kind of ruined the source material. So, with Fallout's TV show, the fact that they are not using source material such as the exact plot of any of the Fallout games is a great thing. It actually makes it that they can do whatever they want, and no one's really going to be complaining that they've ruined characters from existing lore because this is new. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was the best thing they could have possibly done. So anyway, obviously, there's a level of excitement around here, and there's actually an announcement in regards to Fallout. If you're not aware, Fallout 4 is going to get a full and free current gen upgrade, meaning if you own Fallout 4 on any previous edition, whether it's a disc, whether it's a digital copy, they're putting out a full update to make it full 60 frames per second, better upscaled graphics, and essentially just running better no matter what platform you're playing it on. Now, as happy as I am to hear that, because that sounds great to me, and what's going to happen is undoubtedly with the popularity of this Fallout TV show right now, people are going to want to go check out the games. And I believe it's April 25th is the date that this update's coming out. So in just 2 weeks, roughly, you'll have a modernized version of Fallout to play. The problem is Fallout 4, honestly, you know, as a lot of people have said, just isn't as good as the previous games. You know, a lot of people think that Fallout 3 and New Vegas are just far superior, and Fallout 4, particularly with the settlements always need to be defended and built up, and with a lot of the more modernizations of the engine, essentially turning it more into a first-person shooter than an RPG, that it had a misstep, and that's why we haven't seen Fallout in, what, almost a decade at this point? So, being that Fallout 4 is the one getting the instant update, some people are nervous that it may give the wrong impression to those who are just getting into Fallout. Personally, you want my take? I agree that Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are better than Fallout 4, but at the same time, they're very outdated games. So, for example, if they were about to release a Fallout 3 remake, which they are working on, we know this from leaked documents last year, that they are actually making that game. If that were releasing now, I'd be like, wow, stoked. But the problem is, it's not ready. So it's either have absolutely nothing modernized to play, or at least have something updated and modernized to play. I feel like right now, if everyone went and played Fallout 3, they'd be disappointed. You know, remember when everyone went and played Witcher 3 when the Witcher series came out? But Witcher 3, honestly, was a very modernized game that paved the way for other open world RPGs after the fact. Fallout 3 now is from 2008. It's very dated. It's still great. I would replay it in a second. It's that good of a game. But for those who've never played that style of game before, if you were to jump right into Fallout 3, you'd be like, oh man, it's kind of slow paced. Man, everything kills me so quick, and you know, I don't understand half the systems in the game, and you know, and the graphics, the graphics, right? They just really don't hold up anymore. That's why they're remaking the game. So anyway, I'm very excited for this Fallout TV series. It's getting tons of traction. People are talking about it, and it makes a buzz around gaming again, which is good. We needed that right now. Like I said, this year, there really hasn't been a hyper focus when it comes to games at all. It's been everyone in their own communities or their own genres and niches and corners playing their styles of games, but there's been not one big focus. Right now, this Fallout TV series is making people focus on something. That's good. That brings attention to gaming again in a very positive light. So,
I am going to say this is so fucking wrong because Phil is confusing a downward trend on his channel as a downward trend in the interest of gaming in general. Gaming is still massive. Gaming is still fucking huge for people, you know what I mean? It is a fucking multi-billion dollar and pound industry. I think the UK made like over £4 billion from gaming alone last year. The BAFTAs were the other night. The fucking BAFTAs for video games were the other night. You know, actually, so yeah, I mean, the Game of the Year Best Game Award went to fucking Baldur's Gate 3. Big fucking surprise, I know. Lara Croft was also the most iconic video game character of all time. The Hi-Fi Rush got a fucking BAFTA for the animation. You know, it's good credit. The Baldur's Gate won all sorts of things. You know, Baldur's Gate won things for like narrative. It won it for music. It won it for fucking, I don't know, other things. It's crazy. I mean, it's just all sorts of things. And like it's like. But Phil is thinking, oh, my channel's getting less and less viewers and interest, so I guess gaming isn't as popular as it used to be. He is literally using himself as the. I don't buy Phil's narrative that gaming is on the fucking downward trend. Far from it. There's a lot of big things coming out as well. You know, so GTA 6 is fucking on everyone's fucking mind, obviously, about it. Obviously, it's not that close to coming out, I know. But the fact that it's finally been announced, it's in development, it's in the works or whatever, there's other games as well. You know what I mean? There's other things to look forward to and other things coming out. But Phil was like, oh, I'm not getting as many views as before, so maybe gaming in general is not as popular. I don't know.
I'm going to give my opinions on the show in just a little bit, but what I'd like to do is kind of talk a little bit about an update about the current games that I'm playing, because I have a big update in regards to Alone in the Dark. I want to talk about my Phil's Day Off segment, so you know what we did yesterday for our anniversary celebration. I want to outline the schedule for the week. Then we'll talk a little bit about my thoughts, initial thoughts about the show and some game news. And then I'm going to have a segment, an interesting segment, based on a video comment. And it inspired me to talk about it this morning, so we're going to. Okay? All right, cool. So let's do it. Let's just jump.
So one video comment he's had has inspired him to talk about the world of detractors and trolls. I'm sorry, I'm going to try and cheat here. I'm going to try and cheat and check out his like comments on like these two videos. Okay?
It literally the opposite of yesterday.
Shut up, you dick. Let's hear comments. Nah, it can't be here, surely. It can't be fucking here. This is AI generated, the daily crap, so there's no that. And there's a stolen fucking intro. So, is it any of these comments here? Is it this comment here or this comment here, I wonder? Obviously, people ask a variety streamer who finishes games like Starfield and Final Fantasy 16 to try games people actually like instead, lol. And come on, just because a game didn't get known through a company marketing it, but through word of mouth doesn't mean it's a flash in the pan. I literally got it launch day because people said it's fun after playing it. If that makes it a meme game, then okay, shrugs. The vast majority of games you play get unremarkable views after the first stream or two. That's the audience's problem. That was an edited comment. I have a feeling that was not the original comment, perhaps, which is why it might still be alive on here. I don't know. The second comment from TubTubs, after listening to this podcast, I'm wondering a few things. 1. Does this change your gaming schedule since you don't want as much viewer feedback? 2. I'm surprised you consider BG3 a failure when you played Sea of Stars and 2 Yakuza games that were dead out of the gate. 3. I do think you wait too long to try the new viral games. BG3 and Helldiver were both started months after release, but you still expect day 1 views. I think if you want success from a viral game, you need to play it right away. Phil's going to use Pal World as his fucking go-to excuse for that. And 4, I hope after listening to this podcast you aren't planning on playing Final Fantasy 6. I hope you're taking more control over what you play, leads to more success. Good luck, dude. And that was an approved comment. That was an approved comment, apparently. So I can only imagine it's from one of those two fucking videos. I mean, the alternative is Phil might have seen a comment on one of these other fucking videos instead, or it's potentially possible as well that it's a comment Phil didn't approve, but he wants to fucking analyze it anyway. You know, I was going to review comments and I was approving comments and I read one and I didn't approve it, but it got me thinking about detractors. You know, it's something that's possible with that. Let's just get on with the show and see where it leads us.
Right in. So, I have an update in regards to my current playthroughs going on that are single player. Elden Ring is going swimmingly well. I'm actually doing much better than I expected that I would. Last time when we played, we killed the second Moog. Excuse me, the first Moog. Basically, it's half of the Moog boss fight, not the true one. The one that's under the capital, that is. Boss. Then we went into the northeastern part of the map, the mountainside of the Giants, fought a bunch of bosses. Again, my biggest shortcoming in this playthrough is that I am very, very damage taking. I really don't have any damage resistance. So things hit me for like 50%, 60% damage each hit. So if you're fighting a boss that hits you twice in a row, you're dead. So it's been very challenging in some cases. But then once I get down, okay, now I know exactly where to go, how to dodge. I basically melt everything that's in front of me with this magic build. So now that I have the Dark Moon Greatsword leveled up, and I'm using it, this thing is ridiculously good. It's just, it's free magic for like a couple minutes. We get these projectiles that do giant chunks of damage. The only downside is the targeting isn't great. And sometimes it misses or goes too low to the ground, and then you gotta get closer to the enemy, which isn't the whole idea of a projectile. So, but it was pretty neat. And I'm doing good. Basically, we're in Castle Sol at this point. After that, what do we got left? You know, we could go to the actual giant area and fight the fire giant. That unlocks Fair Missoula. So then we got Fair Missoula, and then we got the end game of the true game. That's probably at least 1 or 2 more streams. Or after we beat Castle Sol, we can go and try to unlock the Haley Tree, correct? But in addition to all of that, we also have the access down to the Blood Palace, which is the whole idea of doing this second run, is to get ready for the DLC, and you have to beat the Blood Palace Moog in order to unlock the DLC. So I would say, I mean, if we're really being realistic here, probably 2 streams to beat the game, probably a whole stream to get Haley Tree and Blood Palace, then probably, you know, actually beating Blood Palace is going to be challenging, and then if I do Haley Tree, we're talking another many streams, so we probably still have at least a couple of weeks, if not longer, of Elden Ring if I choose to do all of the content. Now, the question is, will I do all of the content? Depends on what people think. You know, people get bored of it, then maybe I won't. At the very minimum, we have to beat the Blood Palace. So, let's keep it moving. Let's see how it goes and go from there. Cool. Now, my hair keeps moving on me. You see that? I'm trying to get it
Who
steady.
fucking cares?
I really have an update in regards to Alone in the Dark, the second run that I'm currently doing with the Emily character. So, after having played Alone in the Dark Wednesday night, which was my late night stream, I got really far. Like, we got, probably in the 2 hours I played, we probably made 4 or 5 hours of progress in the story. Arguably, if you're comparing this to the original run I did with Carnby, we're only maybe 1 to 2 hours out from the actual end of the game. So we're in the home stretch of the game at this point. The difference is I don't know what's going to happen with Emily because Emily has a different segment of the game than Carnby does at the end. There's entire rooms of the mansion and stuff you couldn't access with Carnby that you will access with Emily, so I don't know how long or time consuming that is. But we're about to finally see new content and possibly the end of the game when I play with Emily again. But I have a negative update, and it actually does upset me, okay? So knowing what was going on with this game and saying, man, I really hope that the second run is paying off because I want to see, is there a way to get secret endings? I'm only 3 collectibles away from having every collectible in the game, in which case that's supposed to unlock other content and possible achievements and things. And I'm like, so I wonder, you know, how I'm doing. So I looked it up because at this point, I'm like, at the end of the game, I want to know.
That's completely against the fucking method usually. Hold on. Daily videos, raw gameplay, no bullshit. Phil, you fucking spoiled yourself. You have a rule in your shitey, you know, fucking chat for no spoilers. And here's you, spoiling yourself like a fucking dirty wee bitch. It's almost like you constantly fucking spoil yourself anyway and constantly look things up to try and get through games quicker. And even then, you're fucking terrible playing these fucking games. You need the fucking stream chat to hold your goddamn fucking piggy hand all the way through the fucking games.
You're never going to believe this. 2 collectibles coming up, absolutely I will get, and are 100% obtainable, and I will, you know, get those in the playthrough. Apparently, I will see some secret scenes and things as well because of the collectibles I've already gotten. But if you can freaking believe it, there's one collectible that is the hardest collectible to find in the game, and almost everyone has missed it, including me, in the 2 different runs I've done in the game. It's super stupidly annoying. Apparently, it happens at the end of the mausoleum/graveyard parts. There's a part where you're...
There's a good super chat there. It's going to lean like, wow, man, first super chat ever. Oh, it got leaned. Basically, they fucking said, I thought you said ad revenue is so poor, it didn't matter how, you know, how the views were essentially, because ad revenue these days are so poor from. That was a very quickly leaned super chat there from Phil. So yeah, I tried to fucking show it as quick as I fucking could, but I got fucking yeeted to the Shadow Realm before I could read it off. Do we have winning and ban on the card? I don't think we do, sadly. We don't. It's a shame.
being chased underground by a bunch of enemies, and you have to outrun them. Once you outrun them, you're in an area with a bunch of items, and then there's a ladder up, and then you go to the end of the graveyard segment. Well, guess what? In that area, right after the chase, there's a hidden room to the left that you cannot see. Like, you literally can't see it. It blends into the wall. The only way you know it's there is if you walk close enough. The prompt appears to press the button, and then you can go in, and there's a hidden document there, and that's the hardest collectible in the game to get because everyone misses it. And guess what? You can't get Emily's secret ending without having gotten that document. So because I missed it twice in the Carnby and the Emily run, I can only get Emily's standard ending. I can't get her secret ending. That pisses me off. I did 2 runs of the game, and they made a collectible so cryptic to find that everyone misses it, and now I can't get the secret ending. But in addition to that, here's another annoying thing. So, as you know, I played Carnby first. I played Emily second. Well, you can't get a secret ending with a character until you've played both sides, okay? The only way for me to get Carnby's secret ending would be for me to replay the game again from the start with Carnby, now having all the collectibles. This will now enable a hidden scene that wouldn't have worked the first playthrough, where something happens and it triggers the hidden ending. That's a completely wild and different ending than the game actually has. It's like so different from the canon ending. It's just really, really weird. All right. It actually reminds me of like a Silent Hill optional ending that you're like, that can't be the canon ending. But that's the, and I was like, that really sucks. That really sucks that the way they lay this game out, you have to know every collectible and it's easily missable. And then on top of that, to get the other ending, you have to replay the game again. I'm not doing that. I'm not replaying this game with Carnby a 3rd time. So it sucks. It looks like in this run that we've done, I'm only going to get to see the 2 standard endings. I'm not going to be able to access any of the secret endings of the game because of the way that they've laid it out and because I missed 1 single collectible. That is super annoying.
Who fucking cares?
So, yeah. Alone in the Dark will likely conclude when I play it again, and it looks like that's going to be Monday night. I'll talk about that in a sec. So, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was my day off, and I know you guys like to hear about my day off, and particularly this week, my wife and I were celebrating our anniversary. So, the one thing that we had to do during the day that was kind of a standard thing for any day off was we had to go grocery shopping. I just have to do that on my 1 day off a week. What else can, have to squeeze it in. Outside of that, it was a fun day. Went to the pet store, saw some pets, there in the store of various kinds. It's always fun to see other animals at the store and stuff like that. Got some stuff for Jasper Kitty. We went to a few other stores, and basically got a few things we either needed or we kind of wanted to get for a while and haven't been able to. Particularly, there's nothing super exciting to talk about besides, number 1, our dinner. We actually had a really nice dinner. We went to a sushi restaurant and we got a ton of sushi. Like, it was the biggest sushi spread we've ever had, ever, to celebrate our 5-year wedding anniversary. There was spicy sushi with tuna. There was a sweet and savory sushi with a chili sauce and mango. There was shrimp tempura. There was crab, like eel sauce, like everything you could think of that goes in sushi we had. And it was absolutely positively amazing. Super good dinner. We were both very pleased, and our tummies were full of sushi by the time we were done. We're like, wow, that hit the spot. That was absolutely amazing. We were very happy that we went and got sushi for our anniversary dinner. After that, basically we were out all day. We came home and it was late, and we're like, we don't really have much time to do much. So we ended up watching another episode of the Fallout TV show. We had actually watched 2 on Wednesday night and 1 on Thursday night. I'm going to talk about that in a second to let you know our thoughts. So not a super exciting day or anything for you. For us, it was nice because we got to spend most of the day together, do things we wanted to do, eat delicious food, relax. It's exactly what you want out of a nice day of a celebration of an anniversary, right? So it went well. That's it. I mean, that's really the day off segment this week. There's nothing significant to really talk about. Nothing crazy happened. It was just a pretty busy day that we really, really enjoyed together, and we're happy that we got to celebrate it. So there you go. What an exciting Phil's Day Off segment, right? I'm sure. Really riveting.
Who fucking cares?
Fuck you, Phil.
So let's quickly go through the schedule for the week. All right. Then I want to talk about the Fallout show. Then I want to cover some quick game news, and then I have a segment that I want to do for this show, as I stated, regarding a very interesting video comment and some thoughts that I have about it. And yes, the comment is actually about my detractors. Okay, so just to forewarn everyone. But I think it's still going to be a really good segment. It's going to be an interesting discussion. Okay, schedule-wise, here's the week as I see it now. It could change on the fly at any point, but here's how I'm seeing this week coming up. Today's online gameplay day. First stream, Helldivers 2. 3 hours of online play, trying to learn the game better, level up, get more weapons, get more armor, get more stratagems, everything that you earn by playing the game. Hoping to unlock a bunch of new stuff and have a good time. So it should be a good time. I hope for those of
This is so fucking boring. Someone asked for us earlier on. I'm going 1.5 speed. Phil, you're boring me tremendously. This is torture.
people who wanted to see me play Helldivers 2. And now that I'm finally playing it, I certainly hope you're going to actually come to the streams and engage and support, and I hope you'll watch the videos on demand after the fact. And the reason I say that, for 2 months straight, people asked for it. I said, all right, we're finally done with RPGs, and now I'm listening to you. Let's play it. And then I play it, and the first major stream that I actually did of it the other day, it didn't do that great. It was actually kind of an okay, average stream. But the videos on, after the fact weren't that good, views-wise, and I'm like, well, what happened? Oh, you played it too late. Bullshit. Number one, it's a fucking multiplayer game. Okay? It's a multiplayer game. It's not like the narrative was spoiled 2 months ago. It's a fucking multiplayer game. You can play whenever you want. It's the same game. It didn't change because I played it 2 months ago versus now. That's number one. Okay? Number two, I needed to finish the RPGs we were playing, and you knew that. I explained to you guys there's no way I could jump into a game like that when I need to focus and finish what we were doing. I finished what we were doing, I listened to your feedback, and immediately within a week we were playing Helldivers 2. So, bullshit. Here's what it is. People jump on virally popular games for stupid reasons. And then, oh my god, the viral popularity kind of died out. Well, I'm not interested anymore. But then why did you ask me to play it for 2 straight months? Why were you still asking me to play it last week, which is why I started to play it? It doesn't make sense. It's bullshit. And I don't like these excuses that's somehow always on me, because it's not. The truth is, these games are virally popular because they're virally popular. Just like a YouTuber all of a sudden explodes. Why is that YouTuber so popular? I don't know. Everyone watches them. See? Bullshit. So, people buy into bullshit. And the thing is, I'm not saying Helldivers 2 is a bad game. It's not. It's actually a very good game. But people asking me to play a virally popular game, and I'm telling you, it ain't gonna work. It's not my style of game. It's all co-op. I'm not gonna have a set team, nor am I ever gonna have a set team. It's for me to just play it casually like I do all other multiplayer games. Oh no, you should still play it. You're still gonna love it. All right. You know, it's like, well, so who's really at fault here? Right? You were expecting the world. Like, I was gonna play this game and it was gonna be magically, virally, huge hit. It's not. It's like every other fucking game I play. The game's good. It's decent. It's fun to play. I'm learning. I'm getting better. But no, we're not gonna get ginormous amounts of traction with this game. Oh, well, it's boring. You played it 2 months too late. Then don't ask for it. If literally this is the kind of game that the only time you think it'll ever be interesting is when it's new, then don't fucking bother me for 2 months asking for it. Really. And it's time for people to start with this, stop the bullshit now, because I love it that it's always my fault. So Phil did something horribly wrong. He waited 2 months to play Helldivers. I was in the middle of a million RPGs and everyone knew that. I said, once I finish the RPGs, we'll be freed up to do whatever you want. I warned people this was going to happen with RPG overload, which I started talking about in January before the games even hit. But no one listens. And then, oh, well, the Helldivers 2 is out. Just drop everything. So anyway, as I said, essentially at this point, I'm not going to be playing super long RPGs for a while. If I do, it'll be one at a time. It's not going to clog up this channel for months. And here's the truth. If that's the case, and I'm not committing, all right? If I'm not committing to this ginormous 100-hour RPGs, or if I only have one in the rotation and I have freedom of scheduling outside of that, when the next Helldivers 2 comes along, then I actually can play it. You understand? The thing is, I cannot commit to more than one major RPG. So, when Like a Dragon, Persona 3, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Baldur's Gate 3 are all eligible playthroughs, don't ask for more than one. I can only play one. And we have to make these decisions moving forward. It can't just be, hey, I'm just going to say I'm going to play 700 games at once and it's going to work magically. It's not. I'm one man. I have a set schedule. You know how much I play. You know how I handle games. We have to do the right things now. Okay? So, Helldivers 2, I'm actually excited for it today. Legit. I like the game. I'm having fun with it. I like learning it. I'm not expecting the world from it at this point, but I just hope people are actually going to show up and engage and support with it because you asked for it for so long. That's why I bought it. That's why I'm trying to learn it. All right? If the game dies out and no one watches it or engages or supports with it in the next week, then I'm done with it. I like it, but I'm not going to keep a game in the rotation like that when we could be doing other things people would like more. Okay?
This is such a toxic rant.
Well, exactly right. Chris says the right thing is the opposite of everything you're doing. Of course, always. It doesn't matter what I do. If I completely go against what everyone asked for, I'm in the wrong because I'm ignoring my audience. If I give you everything you asked for, I'm still in the wrong because I'm not doing what I think is best and I'm not showing passion in my content because I'm just doing what I'm being told. Or
So the most beautiful part about this, right? The most beautiful part about all this is that this is happening organically without detractor influence whatsoever. This is Phil going off on his audience without a detractor trying to instigate drama or whatever. His audience were just, Phil asked for games to play. He was desperate for feedback to try and get games to play, and people gave him suggestions. His audience gave him the games that he wanted, that they wanted to see him play. And Phil plays it and then fucking has a goddamn toxic rant about how they're so dumb for telling him to play these fucking games. Like, guys, you told me to play these games, but you didn't turn up in your fucking thousands with your fucking wallets overflowing money to give to me. How dare you suggest a game which didn't make me tons of fucking money and get me tons of fucking views?
oh, you took too long. It doesn't matter what I do, I'm always in the wrong. I know that. Totally 100%, right? And that's totally a legit way to criticize a content creator too, is to just say everything they do is wrong no matter what. I know. Listen, I'm used to it. I'm totally used to that shit. I am. But I'm not going to give up and listen to bullshit. So I'm going to have fun with Helldivers 2 today, and I hope you guys will stick around for it and have a good time with me, okay? Excuse me, because I got a frog in my throat right now. It's bothering me. All right. I have a fun Friday Night Fights in store for you guys tonight. The return of E-Honda. I've not played with E-Honda in a very long time. And last night, I actually watched a top-level E-Honda, the #1 E-Honda in the world, whose name at the... I mean, the video was like a week or two old, so maybe he's not.
This is a little fucking thing. He watches, like, the top players play his characters.
Fuck off.
I get to queue up for re-upping their bingo, the membership, and popping their membership message as well. I couldn't imagine my wife being happy with chores and some sushi for our anniversary. We care about milestones. 16 years in September. Big ups to you, queue up, and yeah, happy. I'm sure it's been a happy 15 years so far, pal. I was gonna say though, I love it when Phil fucking does these wee things where he goes off and like he does his homework by watching the very best fucking players play the character he's going to fucking play, and he expects him. He expects himself to be able to do everything that the best player in the world does. Like, that's not usually how these games work. If we're watching, if you and I can watch what the best players do in a variety of different video games, and we can try doing some of those things, but they're hard to fucking pull off, especially at the very top fucking level. Not only that, Phil, remember, is not anywhere near that top level. Yes, I mean, he may have been working like Master Mode or whatever in Street Fighter, so it's like half a community. So Phil was expecting these top tier strategies to work against a bunch of randoms who don't play like most of our top tier players as well. Phil, you're... So why won't this work for me? The top player in the world does this, why doesn't it work for me? It's just, Phil, you're just try and learn the character as best as possible yourself in training mode. Try some combos, by all means. Look, try and do your homework and some decent combos to do fucking and all that shit, but don't expect yourself to fucking be a great fucking E-Honda player because all you watch a fucking top Honda player in the world play.
I mean, it's terrible. All this hands were all over the place. You're like a sweaty octopus trying to unhook a bra.
Why won't the stream play? I think I broke the stream. Or Phil's
not anymore, but his name was Curry Man. I'll say, that's a good name. Curry Man, for a Japanese guy who probably eats Japanese-style curry to bulk up to become a sumo. That's pretty funny. Anyway.
What was the whole... Hold on. I feel like I missed some context there.
#1 E-Honda in the world, whose name at the... I mean, the video was like a week or two old, so maybe he's not anymore, but his name was Curry Man. I'll say, that's a good name. Curry Man, for a Japanese guy who probably eats Japanese-style curry to bulk up to become a sumo. That's pretty funny. Anyway. He's really good with this character, and I was just watching this guy use Honda, and I picked up a few tips. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try to utilize those in my gameplay tonight. The only bummer is I played Honda so little recently, I don't really remember. I gotta look at his moves list just to remember all the inputs properly. Like, I can't remember exactly his inputs for level... I know it's level 1 super, but I can't remember his level 3 super. I know it's a kick, but I can't remember if it's forward or backward, and I can't remember his level 2 super at all. So I have to look those up. But, I think it will be fun. I think it will be a great session tonight. I hope you'll come by 6:45 p.m. Pacific time for 2 hours of Honda, okay?
No.
Tomorrow, Saturday, will be the continuation of Elden Ring. We'll do another fun daytime stream of that. And then the night stream will be the premiere, yes, finally, it's actually happening, of the Beyond Two Souls co-op playthrough that I'm doing with my wife, Kat. Yes, I know we've been building up to this for about a month, and we keep trying to schedule it, and then things go awry. Well, it's finally happening this weekend on Saturday night on the late stream. We actually have all the equipment set. We have 2 sets of neck phones to use. We have an audio splitter. We now have the widescreen camera we're going to use that we actually demoed and tested when we did the gameplay of Dondoko Island in like.
You're going to need to fucking have a very, very wide screen to fit the fucking massive cat's ass in that fucking shot, my man.
Dragon. The only thing we really got to figure out is this. And when I say that, I mean, we've got to figure out how do we get this microphone to pick us up, both up well.
Well, I'm going to tell you now, that is going to be a disaster. That he's not going to try and test it offline. No. The stream will go live, and then he's going to sit there and go, guys, tell me now how to fix this so we can hear us both. And if I can keep ordering Cat to fucking say something to see if it gets picked up on the microphone, no, it's just going to be this. The night stream tomorrow is going to be an absolute fucking disaster. For the start, anyway.
I don't know how to answer that. Okay, we could definitely reposition it. Like, we need to turn it or move it in relation to the camera. But the way I've got this set up now is that we have filters on it to stop atmospheric noise. The good news is you'll never hear noise coming out of neck phones ever again. You used to complain about echo. You'll never hear that ever again. But those filters, sadly, all right, cut out atmospheric noise. And what that means is if I'm sitting here and Kat is sitting here and she's playing, it's going to be hard to pick up both of our voices, right? Like, I want to position it in front of her because she's the one playing the main game and controlling the main character. Her commentary will be more important. So I'll be chiming in, but I'm not sure how it's going to work. It's going to be, that first stream likely is going to be a little rough around the edges. We're going to have to figure this out and get it working nicely. And being that this really is our first real co-op playthrough, I hope that people will be a little patient with it. Technical difficulties and the like. But hopefully it'll work out well. In fact, I'm going to download the game tonight onto my PS5. I wonder, you know what? It should be in my library right now that I'm thinking about it. Because where the hell is your games library on PlayStation? I don't even know. I actually have no clue. Bruh. Where do they hide your games library on? Is it? Here it is. So if I search... Yeah. I don't want my local. I want my collection. Fuck you and your friends. Here it is. Cool. I can download it now.
fans are idiots.
There you go now. Cash is gonna keep going, so we'll already be on here. Cool. So that'll be all set up and good to go. And excellent. So that starts Saturday night. If you like the idea of my wife and I doing co-op, it's a narrative-based game. It's one she's never played. She's gonna be very invested in it. Me, I only played it once 11 years ago. I'm not gonna remember the whole game. It's a cool supernatural plot. It's got some interesting writing and things to do in it. So I hope you will join me. Saturday night for that, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Sunday will be React Day, meaning first stream will be DSP versus the Internet, my weekly Clips React show on my DSP Reacts channel. And then the late stream will be Retro React of The Walking Dead, the Telltale series, Season 1, Episode 2 over on DSP Throwback. I know it's the biggest mouthful ever to fucking title that game. Last week, the Retro React did really well in regards to the stream, and so I hope to keep that momentum going. So I hope that you will join me Sunday night for that over on the DSP Throwback channel. Monday, we'll do some more Helldivers 2, and Monday night we will finish Alone in the Dark, likely. I think we're going to finish it. I don't think there's going to be too much extra to do. Tuesday, more Elden Ring, and, well, actually, let me take that back. On Tuesday is the premiere of a new game. It's called Harold Halibut, and it's unique because it's a Game Pass game that looks like a claymation stop-motion animation style, and
I actually looked a bit more into this fucking game, and apparently it's to do with fucking sushi. So no wonder Phil's super interested in playing this fucking game. It's his wife's favourite fucking food.
I've never even played a game like that since Clay Fighter in the 1990s. So I think I want to check this game out on Tuesday as the day stream just to give it a shot. If we play it on that stream and we're like, wow, this game is weird and not entertaining or fun, we don't ever have to play it again. Or, on the flip side of that, perhaps we'll play it and be like, wow, this game is kind of interesting. Right? Let's see what happens. So we're going to give it a shot. We're going to try this on Tuesday as the day stream. Tuesday night we'll do more Street Fighter 6 on the late stream. And then Wednesday, likely will be more Elden Ring. And Wednesday night is kind of up in the air. We can do whatever. We can do a night stream of Helldivers. We can do some Harold Halibut. We can do whatever we want. All right? So that's the streaming week. I hope that sounds interesting to you. Good variety this week coming up for sure. And I'm excited for it, quite frankly. You know, one other thing that we could always do if people are craving it, we could do another night stream of the Battlefront Classic Collection. I know the game runs like shit, but it's funny. Like, the last time I played it, I legitimately just had fun hanging out with you guys, and we were talking.
No, so Phil plays it, and the game doesn't work for him and all that shit, but he gets money for it. The times that Phil has played the Starfront's battle, he gets over $100 usually. The 2 times he's played the game, at least, you know, he's been gifted over 100 buckaroos. So naturally, he's like, yeah, maybe I should keep doing that since I get a lot of tips for it. But remember, guys, it's not about the money. It's about the quality of the games and the number of people attending the stream.
I was singing, and we were just doing silly playing it because we know the game isn't serious. The game is all screwed up, right?
You're fucking screwed up, you piggy prick.
Anyway, that's the schedule. Hope it sounds good to you. No. Fallout TV series. Here's the deal. I like it a lot. I don't want to talk about it a lot today. Why? Well, even though it's the talk of the town, I'm 3 episodes in. Every episode of the Fallout TV series is like a mini movie. They're all longer than an hour. Okay, so these are lengthy episodes.
Whoa. Hold on. He says they watched the first 3 episodes, and they're all longer. He So he and Kat like got home from the, like, you know, stuffing their faces full of fucking sushi, and like binged watched the first 3 episodes, which are like, so that's at least 3 hours, but they're longer than that. They're an hour long. So I don't know, like they just binge watched, like they just sat in the arse for 3 hours just watching the first 3 episodes. I don't know.
And the cool part about it is that the show is following different aspects of life in the apocalypse.
Life was said.
Burger.
There we go. The safe friend.
So, yes, it follows vault dwellers, but it also follows people outside of the vault from multiple different walks of life, including the Brotherhood of Steel, and also people who are just living out there in the wasteland trying to survive. And I did like that about the show, because it's not just focused on only one group, okay? That's a positive. There's some things about the show I really like, and this is not going to be any major plot spoilers or anything like that, so don't worry. This is just a very general talking about the show. I'm not spoiling the show for anybody. They try to implement parts of the game in the show, but they do it in such a clever way that you'll only notice if you're a fan of the games.
Is there VATS? Like if there's some sort of fight scene, will it show off the guy using VATS? I wonder.
So, for example, there's a scene with action, 2 sides fighting each other, okay? And when they're fighting, the way that it's shot, it looks like VATS.
Yay!
Okay? But it's not. It doesn't have the heads-up display of VATS or anything like that. But basically, it's like, you know, someone fires a weapon, and the bullet in slow-mo, just like as you were using VATS in the game, will follow the bullet across...
Wait, so Phil's saying, oh, that's slow motion, it's like the game, for real, seriously?
Across the screen, and then, boom, will blow up in slow-mo, just like as if you were playing the game. And it's like, whoa, that totally looked exactly like VATS. But again, if you're an outsider, you wouldn't even know what VATS is, and they don't reference that in the show. But I was like, I like that. I like that they're doing those little kind of references to the games if you're a fan. And I will also say, some of the writing is great, but man, I'm 3 episodes in, and I'll be honest, it's very hard to find a purely likable character in the show. And I think that's done on purpose. What they're trying to show is much like in the Fallout games. There really is no one who's a squeaky clean good person in the apocalypse. Everyone has their own shortcomings, or maybe they're just doing things for their own selfish reasons, just getting by and trying to survive. There's no one in this that I would 100% say is like the hero. Like even the vault dweller who escaped the vault is basically an idiot. Okay, I'm like, oh, well that's interesting. I like some of the writing there. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so far 3 episodes in. All right, I'm really enjoying the game. I'm really enjoying the show. I'm only 3 of 8. So, you know, I still have another 5 episodes to go. I don't know if it'll get better or worse. What I will say is,
if he complains about the fucking sex scenes, we get a free space. Remember,
interesting part is that they're going a certain way with the plot. Basically, it's a everyone's out to get one thing. What do they call it? Like a MacGuffin device. Everyone's just out to get something, and I don't actually know if there'll be a payout at the end of the show if someone actually gets it and if it ends up being anything important. I think it's just like the show needs a reason for all these characters to come together and do something, and I think that's actually what's going on. That maybe at the end of the show it'll just be a big nothing. I'm not sure. But they all are after something, and they're all chasing it, and that's why you have a vault dweller, a ghoul bounty hunter, Brotherhood of Steel, all after the same thing all at the same time. It's kind of interesting. And by the way, it's not just them as well. There's tons of other, like there's raiders, there's references to possible cannibals. You know, all the denizens of the Fallout universe are kind of represented well and interestingly so far in this show. So I'm definitely interested in more, and my wife and I will keep watching it over the week. And basically, I mean, at this point, we're already 3 episodes in. And I haven't had an opportunity to review it yet. I think I should probably, I know if this were another show, I'd probably split it up. But being that we're probably going to be watching it at a more rapid pace, we'll probably watch 1 or 2 episodes a night for the next several nights. So probably by the end of the streaming week, I'll have seen the whole season. I'm probably just going to review the whole thing. Like I'll probably do like 1 half an hour or 40-minute review. That'll review the whole season 1. And that review will be up over on my DSP Reacts channel at some point this week. I'll let you guys know my status every day of how we're doing so that I can let you know exactly when to expect I'm going to do that. But that should be really fun. Okay? All right. That's the Fallout TV show. News. We have some minor gaming news to cover today. News story number 1. They are actually going to be making, listen to this, a live action, hallelujah, R-rated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin movie. The funny part about that is that if you actually read The Last Ronin, they're not teenage. They're old, like the turtles are old in that. And that's why it's The Last Ronin. It's the last remaining turtle. His brothers have died. And he is basically, it's like a really dark future plot. That's why it's rated R. Like, it's gory, it's gritty. It's a really interesting plot line from the last decade or so in Ninja Turtles. And people really like it. And so they're actually making a movie about it. And it's like, wow, a rated R live action Turtles movie? Who the hell ever would have expected that? But I think, it's funny because people ask me, are you into the latest Ninja Turtles movie? Are you into the latest Ninja Turtles cartoon? And I keep saying no, because it's a fucking reboot. And I'm tired of the millionth reboot. We're using the source material in a slightly different way and pretending like it's a new product. There's no creativity there. This is something using the source material and expanding the plot and lore into the future. It's kind of like The Dark Knight Returns. You ever saw that?
So hold on, Phil complaining about like reboots. So they took the same idea and they tweaked it a little bit and they fucking like did something else. Sometimes to a degree that's true, but like we have had some amazing, like the most obvious example I can think of is like Batman, okay? And The Dark Knight The Dark Knight Rises is one of the best fucking films. You know what I mean? It's not just like it's a very entertaining movie. The trilogy in general, it's a decent trilogy, you know what I mean? But that second movie, you know what I mean? Obviously with the Joker as a fucking villain and all that shit, it's a fantastic movie. For sure, you know. That's, you know, but and it's just one of those things where it's like, so that's an example of, obviously, and that was a new idea. Oh, let's have a new villain, or let's reuse this villain called the Joker. I was like, oh wow, you guys are getting very fucking creative. It turned into one of the fucking best movies, you know, one of the highest rated fucking movies of all time. The fucking, you know, Batman Returns. And also another example, same thing, the Joker movie in general. Obviously that's not about Batman, it's about Joker and more focused on the Joker. Joaquin Phoenix, an amazing performance from him. You know what I mean? That Joker movie was a very entertaining movie. And it's like one of the things that so they take, these are old ideas, old established intellectual properties. And it doesn't mean, oh, they're using an old idea so that they're not fucking original or creative. They can still do like very entertaining things to entertain an audience. Phil is just dismissing it because reasons. Because it has to be a fucking contrarian prick, I guess.
That the Dark Knight Returns, the Batman one, where it's like really dark future Batman and what happened to Gotham and everything. That's exactly what The Last Ronin is supposed to be. If they make a movie of that, that has potential to be amazing. But I guess we have to see what happens with its development, but they are supposedly starting work on it now. So, okay. So I already mentioned Fallout 4 will be getting current-gen updates for the PS5 and the Xbox series of consoles on April 25th, including up to 60 frames per second, increased resolutions and textures and quality, both the difference between performance and quality modes, and stability improvements and fixes. So is there anything truly new? No, but it's going to be an upgrade for those who are interested, okay? Finally, last piece of news for today, Microsoft... Oh, by the way, I didn't even do this. My fault. As you can tell, I'm in a rush because I have a topic I want to talk about. Microsoft is bringing parts of its Xbox dashboard to the regular internet, meaning you don't need to have an Xbox. You're actually going to be able to access things such as party chat, messaging, and other things, notifications, stuff like that, from your desktop computer. Interesting. Imagine if you're not on your Xbox, but you wanted to talk with one of your friends from your Xbox friends list, you'd be able to do it on a computer or maybe even on like your smartphone. Same thing, send messages across Xbox Live without having to be on your console. This is something new that they're implementing. Burger. It hasn't launched yet, but is in the works. Okay? All right. Now on to the topic that I want to read to you guys, all right? So the other night,
that should be good.
When I was playing Alone in the Dark, someone asked a question, and now we can go back to the regular screen. They said, could you just at least maybe give us some ideas and maybe some of the ways that if you had done that Mike Klum documentary, excuse me, the way that maybe it would have gone or it would have been a little different from all the other documentaries about you. And in a nutshell, I'll just summarize. I said, basically, this documentary was going to show all the hate towards me. In fact, it was going to interview some of the people, the top people who don't like me, right? And they were going to get a chance to speak in the documentary about why it is that they don't like me. But then what it was going to do was show my responses to that, to show how I feel about it, or maybe even clap back a little bit. And then what it was going to do was kind of analyze why so many people hate me. Like, what created this hatred? Is it legit? Does it even make sense? Because let's be honest, with the level of hate that I get,
Phil, it's quite self-explanatory, okay? Right, okay. Is Phil Burnell the worst human being to exist? God, no. He's a very fucking tame person compared to some of the horrible people that exist on this fucking planet, okay? We're not calling Phil the worst person in the fucking world. We're not doing that whatsoever. He's not even the worst lol cow. There's worse lol cows out there. You know what I mean? But Phil is just, by his own nature, a very easy person to look at and dislike. Not only just because of their mannerisms and the way they treat their audience or whatever, but the constant fucking... It's the double standards. He will, in the same breath, ask you for money and then brag about the fucking big massive sushi meal that he splashed for fucking celebrating with his wife for his anniversary. You know what I mean? And then he expects you to fucking foot the bill for it. Because times are tough right now and his child's not doing well. It's those kind of double standards. So like, Phil, you are operating a fucking business here, people fucking understand that, and yet you wouldn't fucking shut the fuck up about you needing money from those people watching your content. And that is very grating, you know what I mean? Repeating the same fucking diatribe of bullshit over and over and over and over. Now, I've been consuming Phil's content and being like, you know, keeping an eye on things since like 2014, 2015, you know, and obviously, so I've seen Phil before he readopted the live streaming and stuff, whatever, you know, towards the tail end of him just uploading videos and, you know, for his YouTube channel primarily and all that crap, you know what I mean? It's like, it's certainly changed over the fucking years, but it's definitely more of an air of desperation since 2014, 2015. And the bankruptcy was meant to fucking alleviate all these financial concerns. He got the bankruptcy, and all of a sudden he fucking, you know, said goodbye to like hundreds of thousands of dollars of credit card debt. And yet the begging did not stop. The begging only fucking enhanced and increased morefold. Like, why and how does that happen? And then he fucking screwed up his tax situation, and he blames detractors for, you know, revealing to the IRS that he's technically operating a business. So he has to pay business taxes in Washington, which Phil was not aware of. He blamed his former tax guy in Connecticut because they apparently claimed they could fucking take care of it when they couldn't. Oh, everyone else is to blame. Phil was not to blame, despite him not doing any research to the place he was moving to and thinking, does I need to worry about taxes? He just assumed that, you know, it's just the simple. It's the simple steps that Phil refuses to fucking take because he lacks the fucking common sense to fucking take them, and then he fucking blames the entire world for him lacking that fucking common sense. Doesn't do his fucking due diligence in the fucking state he's moving to, and the fucking certain kind of tax laws they have, and whether his fucking YouTube channel could be a fucking factor in any taxes he fucking pay. Nothing was done. No homework was done whatsoever. Phil just saw immediately from the get-go, oh, lower taxes. That works for me. I'm moving there. Come on, Liana. That was essentially it. One of the big primary reasons that Phil moved to Washington was taxes, because it was so much more expensive to live in Connecticut than it was in rent in Seattle. And then lo and behold, you know, gotcha bitch, there's fucking business taxes and state and all that shit to worry about as well, and you owe the IRS a whole bunch of fucking money. It's just not so. Phil is just naturally, like, he's a very dislikable character, and I'm saying character loosely. I do believe what we see in the podcast is essentially the real Phil Burnell. I'm calling him a character, but this is, to me, this is the real Phil that we see on a fucking daily basis. The one that, if you ever see Phil Burnell out in the fucking wild, he'll certainly not be like he is on his fucking podcasts. But I don't also believe that's the real Phil Burnell if you ever see him out in the fucking wild. The one you see in fucking Costco, rambling or stumbling around the fucking aisles, you know what I mean, holding on to a fucking trolley because of his bad back or whatever. Looking at the fucking best price of fucking cherry juice, not shit, while he fucking meekly fucking looks, you know, and keeps his head down in case he's recognised, you know, that kind of shit. You know, that is, to me, that's not the real Phil Burnell. The real Phil Burnell exists in this one little room he has in the snort fort. But that's just my impression anyway. I must have to take it all together. But yeah, Phil. So yeah, hate is a strong word. I don't hate Phil. He is a loathsome piece of shit, and he fucking should stop fucking using his audience to fucking fund his lifestyle, especially when he fucking blows that money in WWE champions and ridiculous fucking sushi meals. But hate's a very strong word, in my opinion. I don't fucking hate Phil Burnell. I just wish he'd fucking treat his fans better and stop begging as much.
A lot of people who stalk my every move, who make so many videos and hateful things about me every day. For a little rinky-dink streamer that I am, a small guy, right? Why do I get that level of attention, right? And we talked about it, it's like, even if everything anyone ever said about me was true, if you believe that back in the day I was a racist and a sexist and an awful person,
you were.
Can't actually hold that to me now because that's not my content anymore.
Well, we can. Look, you were a racist back in the fucking day. You pretended you fucking weren't. You were. Then you fucking admitted it and said, I'm not that guy anymore. At your core, you are, in my opinion. You just fucking put a mask on so people don't fucking hate you as much. Or you hope people don't hate you as much.
But I guess you could still hate me for something I did over a decade ago, correct? Like, I think that's what some people would say, is that it's a lot of people would say that, right? Now,
Phil. Evil AJ made us decide don't play over a decade ago. And yet you still fucking can't stand him.
Also, for example, a lot of people with the current day stuff, my bankruptcy, e-begging too much, the mobile game controversy, and all that nonsense. Even if all of it was true, which again, it's not, and I urge you to understand that the vast majority of crap on the internet that's said about me is not true. Even if all of that crap was true, why is it that so many people hate me? Because it's relatively tame shit. You know, this is not allegations of sexual abuse or grooming. This is not like murder. This is not, you know what I mean? With the level of hatred that I get on the internet, you would think that I've done these awful, egregious things to warrant it. But in reality, it's just a series of kind of silly, small things over time that accumulated up and up and up and up to the point where now the running joke is to always say that I'm a bad person who made bad decisions and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, but can you really justify any of that? Or is it that it's just the meme to not like me anymore, right? So that was going to be one of the things that we were going to explore in this documentary to some extent, because keep in mind, it was only going to be about an hour long and topics were going to move fast. So nothing was ever going to be particularly analyzed for more than just a couple of minutes. And there was actually some really funny parts and some interesting parts in there, things that people had never heard before. You know, we're going to try to get some people possibly from my past to be a part of it, right? If we could. Some stuff you guys have literally never seen before anywhere on the internet, you know? Because here's the thing. When someone is making a documentary about me, but it's not a documentary, it's literally just, oh, I went through all the Detractor shit for 10 years and here it is all in a row. That's not a documentary. Literally, that's not a documentary at all. You didn't even cover it factually. You just regurgitated what Detractor said for 10 years. You're a drama queen. And everyone's been there, done that, right? We wanted to take it from a completely different angle than that. Yes, we wanted to absolutely acknowledge all of that and show it all existed. Here it all is. Here's the people saying it to the camera. But then finally giving me a chance to, in one place focused, respond to that stuff and then show you what my life is really like. That's nothing like what these people say or portray me as. You know, a typical stream, a typical day in my life, how different it is. Here's people from my past who know me, who say, yeah, I don't know what the hell these people are talking about, right?
Well, Phil, but if they haven't seen you for like fucking 15, 20 years, they only know the old you and not the current day you. You know, so you say you've changed as a person, and then this documentary is meant to fucking drag up people who fucking haven't seen your ass in like fucking a decade or 2 decades. How are they meant to fucking know what you're like? At least, you know, nowadays anyway. Also, I wanted to fucking share something very quickly. June the King was sent a message earlier on, not long before the podcast went live. Actually, he tweeted out. Actually, let's pull this fucking channel up. June, what? Hold on. There you go. June the. Thank fuck with that. Oh, here we go. So yeah, I should have found it. Cool. What's up? Thank you very much to Ira for the super chat, who says Phil is inherently untrustworthy. Why interview? Because he's a fascinating subject, okay? June the King, speaking of, you know, people covering Phil in a documentary kind of style, he is covering Phil and doing a documentary, and he tweeted an hour ago, I am requesting the assistance of any DSP lore masters. Can someone help me find the video of Phil ordering inside what appears to be a fast food chain and bringing the tray of food towards Liana? Mr. Hoof stuff managed to fucking, you know, to bring it, to find it, you know. I don't know if he has it in his channel or whatever. I'm kind of curious. It's a minute and a half long. What is this? So this is Phil storming up to the fucking counter. What's he going to do? There's urbans all around. Will he bite his nails on the way? This is Mr. Hoof Stuff's other channel. He uploaded this 5 days ago, coincidentally. Let's see this. I've not actually seen this. I mean, I've seen photos of this, but I've never seen the clip of this. When Phil was Phil and Liana made like some sort of little documentary thing where, oh, we're going to go and eat some food. Let's see.
Hello everyone, once again. Phil and I this time are at Tomlinson's getting food. It's like 8-something, 8:30 something. We had just finished.
Hold on, Liana, let's check out the reflection.
Tomlinson's getting food. It's like 8.
She's literally wearing a fucking panda hat. She's wearing a panda hat. See, look at that shit. Oh my god. Phil taking his daughter out for a fucking evening meal. Oh, beautiful stuff. How wholesome.
8:30 something. We had just finished streaming our stupid horror games.
There it is. Hold on. I need to slow-mo this.
8:30 something. We had just.
So yeah, we need to slow-mo the walk back, okay? Half speed. Come on, Phil. Show off the strut.
Finished streaming our stupid horror games. And we are at Tomlinson's, another sort of famous place in Connecticut. Now, I got the straight fries, Phil got the curly fries. He got...
Yeah, Phil isn't one to be straight. We all know that by now, Liana. Thanks, doll. Jesus, man. If you guys want to check this video out in full, whatever, there you go. But if, I was only also referencing June the King because also I seen him earlier on. I was thinking if anyone knew the fucking video, they could fucking find it for him, but lo and behold, Mr. Who stuff, you know, came up good, and we got the... managed to fucking get it, look at that. Yeah, it got found, and there we go. June the King found what he wanted. Jesus, man. You want to see him walk up to the counter again? Fine. I closed the video, but let me open it again. No, it's there, okay. So we're in slow motion. Him storming to the counter to retrieve his meal.
Hello, everyone, once again. Phil and I this time are at Tomlinson's getting food. It's like...
Okay, there we go. Okay, no more. Link to the videos in the chat if you guys want to check out for yourselves. Let's get on with the fucking bingo.
That's what it was going to be. All right. But that wasn't all of it either. You know, again, I'm not giving away every single thing about this documentary because we had other ideas too. And the thing is, it was still in developmental stages, right? Like, this is something that we were working on. It was in development. And I know that it wouldn't have worked because, number one, too much negativity on the internet. Again, people obsessed with me would have just turned it into their own bullshit party anyway. And number two, scheduling, there was no way I was ever going to make that fucking work at all. And now number three, and this happens in retrospect, which I didn't know at the time, you know, Mike was already working on other documentaries, and one of these documentaries he's working on is EDP, one of the most reviled people on this planet, because he was basically caught red-handed being accused of pedophilia. Okay? So because of that, can you imagine? Big documentary number one, Boogie. Big documentary number two, EDP. The next one, Dark Side Phil. No thanks. I don't want to be associated with that shit. I mean, the whole point was that my documentary was going to be very different than Boogie's. But do you really think I want to be the next in line of that string of documentaries? No, I do not. So in retrospect, I think I made the right choice. Okay? I'm not saying that I would never do a documentary. I'm saying that right now it makes no sense. My story continues and is not even ready to be done yet. I feel like my documentary, if I ever do one, should be done further down the line, right? Maybe when it's time to say, we're hanging it up, or I'm near the end of my life cycle of doing content, then you make that kind of a documentary. I don't think we're going to do it now. I honestly don't think it would benefit me. I don't think it's going to bring any newcomers to my content at all. Sadly, I think it would be more for everybody else out there. I don't think it's going to help anyone. And as you guys know, you guys outright told me, right? Outright, that this was not going to work. That if I did this, that basically it was going to backfire and hurt everyone, especially after everything last year with the interview and everything. And I listened to you, and I think that was the right feedback. Okay. But anyway, we were talking about this as I was playing Alone in the Dark the other night.
So we're still, this is not a Detractor segment, by the way. We are behind Phil by, well, it might be actually. We're behind him by 16 minutes. And looking at his live chat, he is still currently talking about Detractors apparently. Eternal Napalm and Mod, they project their inner insecurities. They only care about this money and all that shit, you know what I mean? They only care about money, apparently. They only care about money. Phil, if the detractors who openly seem obsessed with fucking money are usually fucking caught and called out for. Shout out to the fucking pastor of his fucking disaster attempt at trying to fucking get people on his side. And it turned out to be a greedy wee bad. I had a bad vibe with the pastor from the fucking day one. He seemed like a greedy little bitch to me, and I was like, okay, I don't know if I fucking trust this person's nature, you know? I don't know if they really... There's been a couple of people that have tried to hop on the Detractor bandwagon, and they've been found out very quickly as being only in it for a quick buck. And yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I just don't pay attention to those sort of content creators. I just fucking move the fuck on and wait for them to fucking derail all by themselves. You usually get found out pretty fucking quick. Hype is asking, is this 1.25 speed or is he on speed? This is 1.5 speed. We're at 1.5. Anyway, Phil was apparently... This might be a long, lengthy copium segment, because apparently 16 minutes later on, he's still talking about Detractors.
Someone left a comment on the video. It's an insanely lengthy comment, and I would just like to read this verbatim. All right? I'm just going to read the comment verbatim.
I'm going to slow it down for this because Phil reads pretty fast. I'm going 1.25 speed.
Very curious to hear everyone's thoughts on this. So here's the comment left on my Alone in the Dark video where we were talking about this. Okay? Here it is. The majority of the detractors don't hate you for any real reason. They just monetize their videos.
Oh, for God's sake. This is literally... So, I don't even need to hear the rest. Okay. They just monetize their videos. That's what that's... And Phil, without any evidence or research or anything whatsoever, thinks, okay, this is factual. Let me find something. So, 2 seconds. Give me a thing. Give me a wee second here. So, we just monetize our videos apparently. Note the monetization column. Note the constant things saying off. Off. If anything's ineligible, it's because content was used in that stream, which means I can't monetize it. But it's usually set by default to off. I don't monetize Phil's content. At least not from ad revenue or whatever. If I ever fucking get money doing these streams, it's not because I'm fucking asking anyone for it. It's because people feel like giving me it. But it's not a mandatory fucking thing, and it never has been a fucking mandatory fucking thing. I could show you every single fucking stream here, and you guys will fucking see. And you know, if it's ineligible, it's because of copyright claim. Because something fucking I use like footage from something else, whatever, briefly. But it's always off. You tell me when you see something monetization on. Someone stop me when you see monetization being on for anything here. You won't be able to stop me because it doesn't happen. So right away, Phil's argument is debunked. Nonsense. Doesn't happen. Indeed, I was asking, is that why there's no ads on my stream? Yeah, I mean, I don't have ad revenue. I feel so. I use an ad blocker anyway. So I would feel like the world's biggest fucking hypocrite if I ran an ad blocker while asking you guys or expecting you guys to watch it. I mean, it'd be fucking dumb as hell. No, I use an ad blocker, so I don't run ads. I would feel massively hypocritical. So yeah, it doesn't happen. It's just it's so.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much for Mokiness for the super chat. It says pay money. I say okay. I don't know if I remember saying that, but hey, it worked. Nice. Thank you, Mokiness.
Duty made videos about Wings of Redemption before he ever came to you.
Duty was dude. I mean,
Burger?
It counts. I count that.
And he was bullied out by the other Wings detractors. So he stopped and started making them about you. It's literally just for money for most of these big ones, and YouTube stopped them. If YouTube had stopped them from monetizing this crap, it would go do something else. The majority of the videos are your new content from today, with clips from years and years ago spliced in everywhere to try to create a false narrative. They don't care about anything at this point but making money, and they will fabricate stuff just to keep their money rolling in. Let's continue. The original detractors were actually just a bunch of crazy and obsessed people who were fanboys of Kojima. You kept saying bad stuff about Hideo Kojima while playing Metal Gear Solid, and that made them get really mad. They're all long gone now and probably on heavy medication of some sort at this point. Again, this is a comment on my video. I'm not saying this. This is me reading.
You approved it. Oh, you don't hold on. This isn't something you had no control over. You saw this comment, you read this comment, you liked this comment, you approved that comment, and you fucking publicized the comment on your stream as part of your fucking shitty podcast, and you're fucking reading out like it's factual or something. So stop fucking pretending that you've had no say in this whatsoever, because you helped. Not only did you fucking allow and approve the comment, you are literally reading it word for word because you like it that much and approve it that much and endorse it that much. And from this fucking freeze frame, it looks like you've got a dick on your collar. I'm just saying, that looks like fucking a ball in some part of my... I'm just saying, from this freeze frame, the collar looks sus. I'll just leave it at that.
A comment, okay? It's literally 90% money-based now. They just never really made a career out of it. It would have mostly died out if not for that. Duty and the other spam uploaders make thousands of dollars a month doing this kind of content.
I mean, I no idea if that's true or not. No idea if that's fucking true. If they do, then fair play to them, that's their prerogative. All I know is I don't fucking monetize shit.
More than they ever would have done doing anything else because they're all untalented morons. They treat making content about you like some people upload clips of their family or of the movie Frozen. I don't get that. I guess what they're saying is like obsession. Like, I upload all the content about my family. Oh, I'm the biggest fan of Frozen. Well, I'm the biggest...
Oh, let it go. Let it go.
Biggest hater of Darkside Phil. Monetize that shit. I guess that's what he's trying to say. Okay?
Who fucking cares?
Fuck you, Phil.
Let's continue. Most of the detractors are far more racist and sexist.
What? That caught me off guard. I fucking nearly choked there. Oh my god, sorry guys, I'm sorry. I coughed on microphone, I forgot to mute myself, I do apologise, but it just really caught me off fucking guard. Let me rewind that and play it again. Fuck me. Let's try and get through that again without me fucking choking to death this time.
Monetize that shit. I guess that's what he's trying to say. Okay?
Oh boy, here we go.
Let's continue.
I'm not pausing.
Most of the detractors are far more racist and sexist and anything else than anything you ever did. It's not valid hate. Now, before I continue, I'm just going to say something right now. Those people who claim that they hate me because of things that I say and do, the things they say and do are...
Dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Prophet for a super chat who says this is going to go to Duty's already inflated ego. I mean, it's just one of those things where like Duty is one of the more prominent detractors out there. They do upload a lot of content and everything else. Are they clickbaity at times? Absolutely. I can appreciate the effort, I can appreciate the grind, but I don't appreciate some of his methods at times. And I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to derail and just fucking go after it. If you like Duty stuff, fair play to you. I'm not going to fucking tell people what to fucking enjoy, what not to enjoy. I personally don't bother. But that's my choice. You guys are free to do whatever you want. If you enjoy it, then fair play to you. But that's just, I'm going to leave it at that. I just think Duty's a bit too quick to jump. He jumps the gun sometimes and he wants to upload a video without checking what he's saying and claiming.
Racist and sexist and anything else than anything you ever did. It's not valid hate. Now, before I continue, I'm just going to say something right now. Those people who claim that they hate me because of things that I say and do, the things they say and do are far more vile. You have no idea. Like, no exaggeration, and this is me from my understanding. They call people who are fans of me or supporters of me dense.
I mean, yeah, guilty. But there are quite a few of them, Phil. I mean, Rob on Wales, Super Blind Man, Jade, Derek. All, you know, bona fide dents.
Okay? Do you know what that means? Do you know where that comes from? They're basically saying that when you were a child, someone dropped you on your head and you have a malformed skull because of it, a dented head, and you have, like, brain damage. This...
I love how Phil, like, proved, like, yeah, he has been... Oh, God. Thank you very much to Salty Waters for the super... sorry, Salty Waters. Salty Watermelon. Salty Waters, fuck me, man. Let me do that again without butchering your fucking name. I do apologise. Thank you very much to Salty Watermelon for the super chat. It says, rolling this cash money off Bill's herniated back into your coffers, King Jad. Thank you very much, Salty Watermelon, for that. And yeah, as I said, for people that... So, this is like the only way, like I have had bingo streams before, right? Where nobody has, like, you know, given, like, you know, super chat or whatever, and that's okay because it's not the point of bingo. Like, sometimes the fact that these days, like, there's a current bingo prize fund. Okay, the more bingos you win for the month, the more money you could win. Somebody could win, and yeah, that's only possible because people are so generous in the first place and give money if they choose to do so, and it's. So when does Phil fucking give back to his audience for all the fucking massive amounts of support he gets? I mean, Phil, let's just remind ourselves the kind of support Phil has had over the last few weeks or so. If we just tally up all these contributions here from the bottom of the screen and go up the way, Phil has received over $4,000 in the last 22 days of streams he's had. So just over 3 weeks worth of streams he's had, over four grand. And yet he can't afford to throw his editors $5 for all the work they do. Or throw one of his fucking chat mods $5 as a thank you. It's like, what the fuck, man? And yet, this is somebody that makes substantially way more money than the fucking detractors do, and yet the detractors seem more eager to, you know, make the most of their community and give back to the community than Phil ever does. All Phil gives to his community is fucking grief and hate and abuse. I don't know though. Anyway, I'm gonna let Phil continue. I'm gonna let him keep fucking cooking. Let's just... This is such a... And some people are saying it sounds like Phil wrote this fucking comment. It does, kind of, for sure. It's just such a bizarre fucking comment. And he's embracing it like it's a fucking factual fucking thing. It's beautiful. It really is. This is unhinged fucking copium.
This is a common term they use in their community. They're making fun of brain damaged people, and like, that's fine. That's totally acceptable. Oh, but if Phil says that someone's a mouth drooler because they mash playing a fighting game, that's not acceptable. Correct? But they have a literal term.
Phil, either they're both wrong or none of them are wrong. Pick one. Pick one, Phil. Pick one, Phil. Either it's both wrong or none of it is. You can't fucking pretend that it's fine for you to fucking put people mouth droolers, but it's not fine for us to call people denheads. You know? I'm just saying, so are you genuinely trying to fucking say that it's fine for you but not for others? Is that your argument here, Phil? Because that is one of the most naive and stupidest fucking arguments you can make here.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to Carl Denson for the super chat, who says, I'm screaming. By the way, he just described his definition of a dent, choking on my blueberry muffin. I'm half tempted to fucking rewind this and just let it play out in one big fucking thing. Like, I feel like me stopping and starting kind of takes away from the value of this fucking thing. Would people want me to rewind it back to the start of the comment and just let him cook and let him read it out? I know we're like halfway, I feel like we're halfway through the fucking thing already, but I feel like I'm going to rewind it to the start of the comment and I'm just going to let it go. I'm not going to pause it, I'm going to let him cook, okay? And it won't take too long. Just need to rewind it and find the fucking thing, but it won't take too long, I promise. I want to hear it from the start, I want to let him cook. I don't think Heather is very pleased with my decision. Sorry, Heather. But it won't take too long, I promise. Probably.
Anything at this point but making money.
Okay, and we're not too far away from the start. We're not too away from the start. We're not too far away from the start. I just need to wait for the stream to start, stop being broke. Okay. Oh, let me just press this button. Never mind.
Out by the other Wings detractors.
Okay, we're not too far away either. Fuck me, I thought we were going to start. Right, we're there this time. We'll just spam buttons until it starts working again.
You have been the personification of stupidity since 1997.
You sound like a human vacuum cleaner, managing to both suck and blow at the same time.
Is there nothing on the internet that I won't masturbate to?
Fuck's sake,
Jesus! Right, okay. I'm gonna let him cook, okay? No pausing, okay? No fucking pausing. Even if a contribution comes in, I'm not pausing it. I'm just gonna let him cook through the whole comment, okay?
Content at all. Sadly, I think it would be more for everybody else out there. I don't think it's gonna help anyone. And as you guys know,
I went back too far. How did I do that? Okay, here we go. Also, is this phone stuff? Is he using his phone to read the comment? I think he's using his phone to read the comment.
Playing Alone in the Dark the other night. Someone left a comment on the video. It's an insanely lengthy comment, and I would just like to read this verbatim.
I think he is, I'm so glad we rewound it now.
Burger.
There we go, got another thing. See, Heather, it's good that we rewound it. We rewound it and confirmed the phone stuff, so there we go. It was worth the rewind, so we could tick off one more thing in the card. Now, it's time to let him cook. I'm going to let him go through the comment. And no pausing, okay? I'm going to, from start to finish, I'm going to let him fucking cook.
Alright? I'm just going to read the comment verbatim. I'm very curious to hear everyone's thoughts on it. So here's the comment left on my Alone in the Dark video where we were talking about this. Okay? Here it is. The majority of the detractors don't hate you for any real reason. They just monetize their videos. Duty made videos about Wings of Redemption before he ever came to you. And he was bullied out by the other Wings detractors. So he stopped and started making them about you. It's literally just for money for most of these big ones, and YouTube stopped them. If YouTube had stopped them from monetizing this crap, it would go do something else. The majority of the videos are your new content from today, with clips from years and years ago spliced in everywhere to try to create a false narrative. They don't care about anything at this point but making money, and they will fabricate stuff just to keep their money rolling in. Let's continue. The original detractors were actually just a bunch of crazy and obsessed people who were fanboys of Kojima. You kept saying bad stuff about Hideo Kojima while playing Metal Gear Solid, and that made them get really mad. They're all long gone now and probably on heavy medication of some sort at this point. Again, this is a comment on my video. I'm not saying this. This is me reading a comment, okay? It's literally 90% money-based now. They just never really made a career out of it. It would have mostly died out if not for that. Duty and the other spam uploaders make thousands of dollars a month doing this kind of content. More than they ever would have done doing anything else because they're all untalented morons. They treat making content about you like some people upload clips of their family or of the movie Frozen. I don't get that. I guess what they're saying is like obsession. Like, I upload all the content about my family. Oh, I'm the biggest fan of Frozen. Well, I'm the biggest hater of Darkside Phil. Monetize that shit. I guess that's what he's trying to say. Okay? Let's continue. Most of the detractors are far more racist and sexist and anything else than anything you ever did. It's not valid hate. Now, before I continue, I'm just going to say something right now. Those people who claim that they hate me because of things that I say and do, the things they say and do are far more vile. You have no idea. Like, no exaggeration, and this is me from my understanding. They call people who are fans of me or supporters of me dense. Okay? Do you know what that means? Do you know where that comes from? They're basically saying that when you were a child, someone dropped you on your head and you have a malformed skull because of it, a dented head, and you have, like, brain damage. This is a common term they use in their community. They're making fun of brain-damaged people, and, like, that's fine. That's totally acceptable. Oh, but if Phil says that someone's a mouth drooler because they mash playing a fighting game, that's not acceptable. Correct? But they have a literal term they use in every piece of their content, and that's acceptable, saying people have brain damage. What? No, it's not only hypocritical, it's worse than what I do. Worse. But they're okay doing it because they're making fun of me. Get it? It's not, it's insanely hypocritical. It's 100% fucked up. The way that they do it. Yeah, that's true. Oh, this is absolutely true. Dax McGain or Dax again, I don't know how to say your name. They also say people are wheelchairs, meaning they're handicapped. Yes, because we all know that the only people who watch my content must be handicapped. That's why they do it, right? Like, what? And even if they were handicapped, who cares? That's insanely offensive and discriminatory. Who cares? I don't care who you are or where you are in your life, if you're handicapped or not, who cares? You can't watch someone on the internet and like their content? What are you talking about? Do you see how messed up this is? And that's their community. That's how they talk in their community. But that I'm worse somehow. How am I worse than that? That's 10 times worse than what I say. Anyway, let's continue. They just want to pretend that their hate is valid so that it sounds valid. You could make yourself into a perfect angel in every way. They would still hate you. They would not miss a beat because this is now their job. Okay? As for their viewers, they find it funny to consume this stuff, and they have turned it into a daily routine, and the comments are all about money and not being good at games. It's mostly people who are jealous that you make money being a streamer, and they can't. Most of the re-streamers literally are just failed streamers. They can only get any attention or make any money if they upload your content. They try to make their own content sometimes, and they get single-digit views on it.
I mean, I need to pause there. I'm very aware that if I do something that's not really DSP, it won't get attention, but I'm not doing it for that. Like, I enjoy playing Chaos Mod and for GTA 5, so I'm going to keep fucking doing that. I enjoy playing Rocket League, so yeah, well, I'm not trying to fucking make it as a fucking streamer. Like, that would be a fucking horrible fucking thing to attempt. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, I wouldn't want that. That sounds too stressful for me. I've got a real 9-to-5 job. I'm happy with that. I just like to fucking do this as a wee side gig and just enjoy having fun.
If you make yourself super clean and super boring, they're just gonna paste in clips from your past and magnify tiny things to push a narrative, because that's their job at this point, and that's what makes it work. Being super clean and boring is not going to stop that. It will just make your content boring for the people who like you and support it. This is why people say the meme words, because you said something 6 years or so ago, and that's something that detractors still splice into their videos daily. The thing these guys hate is any possibility of this gravy train that they're on ending. So if they see you do anything that they think might actually improve your public perception, they're going to try to counter it. Okay? If they thought that a documentary would come out that would actually see you in a positive light, and it might change how some people see you on the internet and actually attack the creators of like the Detractor stuff, well, they're going to try to get you not to do that and even give you money to try to convince you not to do it. These people are just protecting their careers at this point. They even copyright strike each other, and they have their own turf wars, and then they blame you for it because they try to get the competition out of the picture because of their money. They're just a bunch of parasites clawing at each other to try to take money from you. They're like hot dog sellers clamoring around a stadium. You have no idea. I'm continuing. This is all one comment. You have no idea how sad the Detractor community actually is. You think it's legit and has some foundation to it. No, it's actually just really stupid. If you were a woman, none of this would have happened. It would have ended long ago because it's unacceptable in the current climate to do this to a woman. However, because you're a guy, YouTube allows this to happen. If it were some way that you could get in touch with YouTube and get them to actually look into, ban, and demonetize this as bullying content, which it all is, by the way. I know you'll choose to ignore it, but most of it is totally against YouTube's terms of service. It would all end. The hard part is making them do this because you are a man, and there is no real PR hit for it. If they allowed this to happen to a woman, YouTube would look bad. But because I'm a guy, they allow it to happen and even promote it and let it be monetized. Okay? Bruh. This is why this Mike Klum documentary has set them a lot. It had the potential to get what is going on noticed by people at YouTube or maybe outside the current ecosystem, and your detractors definitely do not want that. That's the comment.
Oh, he's finished reading the comment. Thank God I can pause again. I only had one pause through it all. I do apologise for that, but I feel like I had to say my piece. Thank you to Mokiness for the super chat during that, who says, I'm disabled, so must be stupid. Take my money. Thank you, Moki, for your disabled fucking, welfare money. I appreciate that. Remind me when your next fucking disability payment is so I can fucking fleece you again. Cheers. Thank you very much, Moki. Oh my God, this is this comment that he has chosen to be a part of his content for his level 1 podcast. Oh, Jesus. What an incredible fucking copium segment. And that's just him reading the comments. Now he's going to give his fucking take on it and his feedback on it. It's going to get worse. Here we go. So that was just him reading what somebody said. Now he's going to give his opinion. I wonder what he's got to say about that. Oh, hold on. D-Dog went looking for this comment, and Phil apparently has not published a comment. Make of that what you will, but his comment is apparently not visible to anyone else apart from Phil Burnell. So there we go. Let's just see what he's got to say about this particularly amazing comment, which no one else can see.
So, here's the deal from my perspective. You know, a lot of this, when I hear this,
Was that a bunch of dead air? Was that dead air? Was that enough dead air? Apparently the comment is there, but you got to sort by news comments according to Culamp. But how long was he silent now?
YouTube or maybe outside the current ecosystem, and your detractors definitely do not want that.
1, 2, 3.
That's the comment.
Oh, well, never mind.
So,
no dead air. No dead air.
Here's the deal from my perspective. You know, a lot of this, when I hear this in a comment, is news to me, even though I casually know names, like I know Duty Streams, or who the fuck he is. What a genius to name himself that, huh? I know they exist because I know you guys tell me about them, or I see them in related videos and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know anything about their personal past. I don't know anything about who they are, where they come from, any of that shit. I just don't know. I don't pay any attention to any of it. As you know,
if you didn't pay any attention to any of it, you wouldn't have fucking spent like 10, 15, 20 minutes of your fucking podcast you were desperate to get to talk about it. You can't fucking pretend to not show any goddamn interest in it, Phil, when you have dedicated an entire segment of your podcast to reading a comment about the fucking detractors. That makes no goddamn sense. Stop pretending that you have no interest in it when it consumes you on a regular basis and you can't help but address it on a regular basis.
My philosophy has been, ignore it. Just fucking move on with my life and my day. Just go forward and keep creating positive content. And I'm successful doing that, right? But when you analyze it like this, okay? First of all, this sounds like someone who has inside knowledge, does it not?
Oh my god. It sounds like somebody who has inside knowledge. Based off what? Because they said a bunch of mean things about detractors, so they must fucking be an expert. What the hell? They said a lot of words, so they must know what they're talking about. This is definitely a thumbnail kind of. I need to take a screenshot of this. I need to. Yeah, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Let me see what I can do. Let me work my magic. And by my magic, of course, I mean I'll let the website work it for me. Do your thing, remove.bg website. There we go. Fantastic stuff indeed. And let me just yeet that towards my members so they can enjoy that as much as they desire. Oh, for God's sake, this is a brutal one. Right, let's go with bingo. We've got a bingo game to win after all, don't forget.
This sounds like someone who's in the trenches of this. And perhaps this is actually someone who knows because they're a part of it. That's my guess. That would be, I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong, but it certainly sounds to me like it's someone who is well versed in what's going on with that over there, okay? I find it funny that this is, apparently this guy Duty tried to be a detractor of Wings, but the Wings community already had so many detractors, they bullied him out. So he tried to bully Wings, and the bullies of Wings bullied out a potential new bully of Wings. Oh my god. So then they moved on, right, to me, and because I guess I didn't have as organized of a detractor community as Wings, he's able to make his crap and get popular doing it. Like, what on earth, right? You know, it's just like, that's just funny to me. And that's funny. Exactly, you can't make this stuff up. It's just such a fucking joke, you know? Now, here's the truth. If you watch any kind of this content, this bullying content, you are messed up. There is no one who is like a normal, right-minded person who would watch this shit. The problem is, there's ridiculous amounts of not normal people out there now. They're antisocial. They sit on the fucking internet, and this is what they do all day. They think it's legit.
I'm sorry, but Phil calling Ellen antisocial when he has no goddamn fucking friends. He stays in the fucking house 6 days a goddamn week. He fucking keeps his head down when he does go out, and he's afraid to fucking get recognised in fucking public. The sheer irony of Phil calling anyone else antisocial, that feels like one of the worst things that Phil could call anyone. Look in the mirror, Phil. If you want to see the definition of what antisocial looks like, you have no friends around you. You have a pet cat you call your fucking son because you have no one else in your life to fucking talk to apart from that poor pet cat and your wife.
Time of their life. Their one life they have to live on Earth. They're going to die someday, but they don't have true self-consciousness. It's like a bunch of cows sitting in front of a computer, right? So people say to hate, I must watch and consume and hate. And
motherfucker.
I'll even throw money at people who hate. Like, what? Listen, I was a hater in the Street Fighter community 25 years ago. Okay, I said late 90s into the first half of the 2000s. I was a hater. At the same time that I was a hater in the Street Fighter community, I played Street Fighter competitively. I was actually a good player. I actually got to the point where I won tournaments. Like, I did something productive while I was also being kind of a troll. You understand? Like, I never wanted to be a crowd follower of hate. Being a crowd follower of anything, you are the lowest form of life on this planet. You have no intelligent thought for yourself. You're just following along, apparently, a bunch of losers.
Well, stop describing your own audience for a second. It's quite rude.
And the sad fact is, when you look at what they say about me, like Phil is an e-beggar, and he asks for support for his content from a bunch of people. Oh, these innocent, ignorant, gullible people who listen to him, and then they give him money, and then, oh, he's horrible, he takes advantage of people. Literally, that's exactly what my detractors do, times 10. They fabricate narratives that don't exist.
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much, Jay Mokiness, for the super chat who says...
Who fucking cares?
Although they didn't say me who, they said moo. Because, you know, we're all a bunch of cows, apparently. This is... this is so ridiculous. This fucking... I've not seen anything like this for a long time. I've not seen Phil be like this for a long time.
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Chris Sizemore for the super chat as well. I think he seems to agree. This is going to go down in DSP history as one of the most insane, tone-deaf, copping the rants of all time. Just a 42-year-old man screaming at a camera. This is... Yeah, this is something unique. This is something robust. This is something that June the King should have on standby on for his documentary.
Exactly what my detractors do, times 10. They fabricate narratives that don't exist. They reference things from my past that don't apply. They create narratives that are fake, and then they get people to believe it, and then they accept your money. They take your money or falsehoods. They do it on purpose. It's the biggest scam possible. Dude, the side scrollers did it last year. They had an interview that was staged to be a legit interview. They used that as a grounds to then make tons of negative content about me, and they milked the shit out of my detractors. They literally, for months on end, had detractors coming to their streams throwing the money. And the people are so dumb that don't like me, they didn't fucking realize it. They went and gave them money for nothing. And then guess what? They moved on. They don't care about me. They never did. They only wanted to use that as a launching platform so people would watch their crap content. So now they can do politics and other nonsense. And it worked because people were so fucking dumb. They were able to be milked by the side scrollers. And this is literally what the whole other detractor community does. Anyone who restreams me, anyone who makes this negative content about me, that's exactly what they're doing. If you're a viewer of theirs and you like their stuff, they're using you. How do you not understand that? Right?
Well, the game's up. Phil just revealed to everyone that I'm using you. Damn. He finally revealed my grand plan to everyone. This whole premise of me trying to make his podcast more bearable to people by playing a game of bingo disguised into some sort of meaningful thing to get through the whole thing. Phil has revealed my evil, grand, dastardly scheme after all, and I'm just using you all. I would have gone away as well if it wasn't for that darn meddling 42-year-old kid. Ah, damn. Whatever you say, Phil. Barrett Wells is saying Phil mentioned politics. When did that happen? Did I miss Phil mentioning politics, or Phil said politics? I'll count it.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
Goodness me. So I'll count it then. Phil said politics, and fair enough, I'll count it. I was too busy consumed, man, by my dastardly scheme to try and... I know. It's too fucking funny. Well, the difference between... So, if people like Phil's content, unironically, and want to watch Phil's content, they can. Thank you very much to Grease Monkey for the super chat, who says, I knew you were using me, for fuck's sake, take my money then. Thanks for the money, dummy. Thank you. Thank you, Grease Monkey, for the money. Oh, Jesus, it's very kind of you, Grease Monkey. Thank you very much. This rant is up there with his you nearly got me killed rant. Has anyone ever seen the video that Phil made after he was swatted? And he fucking pointed at the camera and he said, if anyone's ever made fun of me in the past, anyone that ever watches this how you don't play, you nearly got me killed. Yes, you. That sort of kind of unhinged, sort of thing. Remember when the swatting thing happened? It wasn't even a swatting. It was basically some sort of check with the police. Yes, somebody called the police on Phil, and is it one of those fucking things? And I'm glad it wasn't actual proper swatting. They knocked on his fucking door. There were sirens outside. They came in, looked around. It was just a bunch of gamer shit, you know. You know, that was it. And Phil then laughed it off and continued streaming. He continued to stream after his fucking check was over. And then he decided to make a special video hours later and decide, you know what? I'm going to turn this into a victim segment. Which, I mean, most detractors agreed at the time that what happened to Phil with the police getting called on him with some sort of strange, bizarre, you know, reason was that no detractor wanted that to happen that I knew of, because it just gave Phil a reason to to basically, you know, play the pity card, the victim card. Thank you very much. Thank you to Warren for the super chat, who says, "Here's to your gravy train never ending. I'm eating well tonight." Jesus. Some people have never seen the swatting incidents. Let me see if I can find a brief fucking video. About it, you know, hopefully it won't be too long. Hold on. So hold on. I got two videos. It looks like. So.
Oh my dog! What's up?
It complements the flavor perfectly.
Oh, thank you very much to D-Dog for the super chat, who says, "By Phil's logic, I'm not giving you this money because you're milking me, but I like Phil, so I give money. I think I got it right." The logic is strange, for sure. It's a very strange logic. Right, I've got a couple of videos pulled up. First of all, let me pull up this one. This is a re-upload by Anne. Okay, Anne 1337, big ups to them. They re-uploaded it. This is what actually happened to DSP at the time. This happened to him during a stream. Okay, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but yeah, you'll see what I mean.
Plug one. Cat and go. Clear. Okay. Some gamer shit. Hell yeah.
Those are the police officers that are in this house, going through room by room to make sure there's nothing strange or untoward happening. And those are officers who's expecting and checking it around, just some gamer shit lying around.
Yeah, it's a lot of gamer shit.
A lot of gamer shit.
Alright. You can tack back. Kenny 37 in the house is clear, you can tack back.
They all have these super. Hold on. They all have these super.
So he's paused the video, okay, to have a rant, but you can also, it's a still background noise. You can actually hear the police sirens outside or whatever, or the guy in the loudspeaker outside telling him. So this is also before the police came in or whatever. You can actually hear him, you know, getting swatted or whatever. Not you know, he wasn't really swatted, but you get what I'm saying. The police arrived essentially, and it was caught on stream.
Uh-oh. Hold on, everyone. I think I might have some cops outside. Hold on. You heard that, honey? Honey, cops outside. Yep, the cops are outside. We're coming. Come outside with your hands up. Come on, honey. Someone called the cops. It's all right. We're coming. We're fine. They already know what's going on. Okay, we do. I hope. I'm gonna get shot. No. We're here.
So, did Phil sound super traumatized there? He was quite cool and composed about it, okay? Now, apparently, according to Phil Burnell, he like warned his like local police area, whatever. He warned him ahead of time that he was a streamer, and this could possibly happen to him at some point because he's a streamer. If that is true, I will give Phil credit for actually having that sort of foresight. Also, you've all seen fucking examples of a streamer getting actually swatted. They fucking bust through the fucking door and it's all fucking going mental and crazy. That kind of shit does sound fucking terrifying. But apparently, according to Phil anyway, he warned like his local police area, you know what I mean? This is a possibility of happening to him because he's a streamer. And that's why the response to it was so measured and somewhat calm. Thank you very much to Dasauce for the super chat. It says, hi Phil, first time super chat, long time tractor. Just wanted to say, oh shit, wrong channel, oh well. Unlucky Dasauce, I know it's so confusing with so many restreamers out there trying to milk all you guys for as much money as possible. It's an easy mistake to fucking make, yeah. But thank you very much for the super chat. But, apparently Phil's not started gameplay yet. It's like 5 minutes to go until he's meant to start gameplay and he's still going on about it apparently. Screw it. We'll build up, speed up juice. We're going to have some fun anyway. It's a Friday. Fuck it. Who cares? We're going to fucking go long tonight, I guess. So Phil gets told to go outside, and him and Leanna go outside. What else happens here? And then the police come in and check out shit, I guess. We'll just fast forward it.
Oh my dog! What's up?
A lot of dead air here. I think this is when the cops come in as well and say the same kind of thing, a lot of gamer shit. Thank you to Kel Denson for the super chat, by the way. He says, I guess we're all cows now. I think I'm udder down there. Something white might come out of it, but I can't guarantee it's milk. Why would you make me say that? Thanks for the super chats, but no. Ooh. Bad. Bad, Kyle. I think this is basically, you know, a lot of dead there, and then the cops come in. No, just fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Is this clip all just him? Yeah, yeah. I think it's just basically that so much of this, and then like you hear the cops eventually, and then he fucking comes back. Can we play it when he comes back to his stream? Let me fast forward it to the last 30 seconds or so, and if we get to hear Phil resume his fucking stream or whatever. I'm not sure how long Phil would have waited before he resumed gameplay though.
Alright, hold on. Gotta get my headphones in position here.
This is him coming back. It took 10 minutes at most. Not even 10 minutes really.
And don't worry, the police will be tracing this guy and trying to figure out who it was. They already told me, so. Alright.
And that was Phil's reaction to it afterwards as well. Immediately.
Alright, here we go.
Like he's playing a game.
Good, I hope.
He literally resumes gameplay. Then later on that same very day, he makes a special hour-long video on his channel, and for whatever reason, my autoplay thing was at the 53-minute mark, and I think there's a reason for that. Let me actually... Shut up, Phil. No, okay, I think I actually missed the best part. Hold on. Let me rewind it. I don't know where to go though. Okay, I know where to fucking go. The transcript. Give me a second. Bear with me, guys. But it's it'll be worth it. Okay, just a wee bit of patience. Okay, wee bit of patience, and we'll find it. I think I want to actually. I was going to control F it, but I think I'll just scroll down to like the 40-odd minute mark and confirm what's being said here. It's basically when you see a lot of swearing happening with these blank lines. Hold on, give me a second. I'm trying to find the right part to play. It's an hour long, as I said, you know what I mean? But there's so much of it. Okay, hold on. I think it's round about here, okay? And I think it goes for a while. If you've never seen this before, guys, this is so the Swatting happened. So they went, oh, Liana, honey, cops outside, let's go outside. They go outside. 10 minutes later, he's back streaming the fucking game like nothing fucking happened. Cool as a fucking cucumber the entire fucking time. Fast forward later on that evening and spotted what happened and moving forward, and yeah, he just freaks the fuck out about it essentially.
Negative stuff that's gonna come.
Hold on a second, is this normal speed? Fuck that. 1.25 at time go.
From that, alright? But by no fucking means am I gonna let people do this kind of shit to me and not say something about it. So, right now, I'm laying down the fucking law.
Here we go.
Alright? And I hope that everyone is listening. I really do. Because this is a very important fucking point right now that I'm about to make. You can criticize me as much as you want, and you can say I'm a horrible gamer, and you can say I'm a bad person, and you can say that I'm this and that, and I don't give a shit. I never in my fucking life gave two diddly dicks about what people said about me, and that's why I kept going. That's why I called myself the King of Hate. People don't seem to understand where that moniker came from, so allow me to explain it to those of you who haven't been listening for the past 7 years and try to turn it into something it's not. The reason that I'm called the King of Hate is because I'm a very outspoken and honest person. I called it like it is. I don't fucking sugarcoat anything that I say, and a lot of people don't like that about me. So they try to twist the truth. They try to turn things against me. They try to make me look like a fucking negative person. They try to make me look bad. And what I've done my entire fucking life since I was a kid in school, when the bullies were trying to beat up on me and say shit about me, all the way through all the little jobs and careers and things that I've had where I got shat on and I got treated like dirt and I got fucking laid off after being told I was a great employee, and all the negative shit that I've done in my life, I could have given up. And I could have wadded it up into a fucking little ball, right? And I could have let it be inside of me, and I could have been a negative, nasty person who sits there on the fucking internet and finds someone successful, and I spend my time attacking them, but I didn't. I took that negative shit, and I used it to fucking motivate me to find something that I could be fucking successful at, and I found it. And that's what I do every day now. What I'm fucking good at, because people love what I do, or I wouldn't fucking be here. Alright? I'm the King of Hate because I take that negative shit, people telling me I'm not good enough and I'm a piece of shit, and I turn it into motivation to be successful. That's what you need to do with your fucking life. If you're sitting at home right now and you're saying, fuck Phil, I hate Phil, take that negativity about Phil and turn it into motivation for you to do something for yourself. For God's sakes. Hurting on me and hating on other people and fucking, DDoSing people and fucking swatting people isn't gonna help you. It certainly fucking doesn't help you. You're just sitting in your same house after you're done with it, right? Do something positive for your fucking self for once. Okay? That's why I'm the King of Hate, because I'm the king of that hatred against me. I own it. And I become a fucking powerful person when I feel motivated from people telling me that I suck and I can't do something. I wouldn't fucking be here if it weren't otherwise. In the Street Fighter community, I never would have won a tournament. In a fucking anything I ever did in my life, I never would have done anything. I am successful because of that ownership. Alright? So, you want to tell me that I suck? Fine. You say whatever the fuck you want about me. Alright? But now, things have changed. As they say, the game has fucking changed. Because now I've gotten someone who wants to hurt me, physically. And I've let it all go up to now. Of course, I have addressed certain things, and by no means do you think that I'm ever going to address in this video someone specific on the internet. I am not. So don't take that the wrong way at all.
There's way more, guys. It gets worse. Or better.
But from now on, I am publicly stating this, and I hope that anyone with a morality inside of them, whether you like me or not, that you're going to understand where I'm coming from with this. There is criticism, and there is negativity, hate, slander, and a desire to hurt. And there is a large difference between them. I'm going to give you an example of someone who I thought, quite honestly, did not like me. I thought that their intention was to hurt me. And after getting to know this person, I respect them greatly as a person. And I'm
pretty sure this is about das bullshit, but okay.
I think that it's one of the most stand-up people that I've ever met on the internet. And I'm going to give him a shout-out, and he might get pissed off about it, but I'm going to give him his props. His name is Das Bullshit.
Yeah, I knew it. Basically, it was Das Bullshit, long story short. Also, he made content, and some of it was parodying Phil to an extent. Phil got upset, but then SOK kind of scared Das Bullshit a bit. Das Bullshit went on Phil's forums, they blared a bit, and it turns out Das Bullshit quite liked Phil's, kind of schmoozing attitude, you know what I mean? Phil charmed his way into Das Bullshit's good books, while the SOK kind of seemed to scare him off a bit. Long story short, that's it, essentially.
And he has made parody series about me on YouTube, about how I don't edit my videos and I'm lazy, and all these things about my work ethic and stuff like that, and how I'm the case of a bad YouTuber, right? Someone who just rushes videos out, and I don't give a shit because I'm making money, so why the hell would I care?
Who fucking cares?
And as much as it did irk me when he started doing videos, parody videos, even parody personas that look like me, right, in his videos, and he was doing stuff like that, it irked me. I'm gonna be honest, it does. You see shit like that, funny, of course you feel it, right? But there was a grain of truth in everything he said. A grain of fucking truth in there, alright? And after watching some of the stuff that he put out about me, I relaunched my website, I put up my forums or whatever, he started posting on there. And he started posting positive, constructive things about me and how I can improve. He started saying things such as, Phil, you could do this as something positive of a series. Phil, I would love to see you play this game and tackle it like this. Phil, if you did a serious,
Who fucking cares?
Of editing or doing this, you give me these really concrete, positive suggestions of how to improve my content. This is someone who had gotten lots of popularity making fun of me, but said, no, I'm willing to help you. That is the kind of criticism I fucking need. That's the kind of criticism everyone needs. So when you can't see a shortcoming of yourself in the mirror, and someone comes up to you and shows it to you, and you can say, okay, and then they work with you positively, that's the kind of criticism that people need, all right? But the problem is, there's an overwhelming amount of people, okay, where they think that because they took a video game series or playthrough that I did, and they edit together the times when I failed, which, by the way, most people fail when they play video games. Most people don't fucking record that and then put it on the internet, all right? But you edit those epic fails or whatever, you make a this is how you don't play montage, you edit in some really negative shit that people said about me in the YouTube comments, you slap it and, wow, this is funny, oh, let's be, I've said this a million times, it's like the TMZ of the internet is YouTube hates Phil because Phil is this kind of person who sucks at games, so let's all laugh at him collectively, right? Who cares what I'm doing in my private life? Who cares if there's a game that I sucked at? It shouldn't be big news, but they turned the most negative, one-sided shit into like drama, popular drama. And that's what happened with me through the years of 2012 through now, is that people have become popular drama to make fun of me on YouTube. And that's not productive. There's a difference between constructive criticism that I can take to improve and literally just trying to fucking hurt someone. And I will say this, okay? I will say this. By no means do I think that I am a flawless person. I would be the biggest, most ignorant, hypocritical fucking person on the planet to say that I was flawless and I never did anything wrong. I'm an incredibly flawed person. There are moments where I get so overcome with anger and you know, hatred and just being upset about things, and I say things that I don't mean, just like every person. But again, I'm the person who's made over 40,000 videos and uploaded them to YouTube. I'm the person who has shared pretty much 8 to 10 hours of my waking life with everyone for every day for the past 7 years. So unlike everyone else on the internet, I'm the case. I'm the target of the person who's easiest target, right? So I understand that I'm flawed, and you can point out those flaws, but to represent to the internet that is all that I am is not only irresponsible, it is immoral, it is wrong, it is incorrect. And it has personally hurt me and my business. It has hurt my girlfriend Leanna. It has hurt my family, people who have found my parents' information and tried to hurt them. It has hurt my friends. Don't get me wrong, all right? I'm not stupid to think that people who've been associated with me have not been part of this and have been affected negatively by the shit that's going on with me. There have been people who have been incredibly negatively affected just because they were associated with me, all right? And I wish that I could change it, but you can't. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
We're almost
I wish
there.
that I could. I wish that there was something that I could do. I can't. You can't change
We're
the past.
almost there.
You can't change what other people will do, right? But I will say this. There is a difference between criticism and what these fucking people have done to me on the internet, all right? And as of right now, I'm laying down the fucking law. If you want to give me legit criticism, go for it. I am never going to reject a legit criticism. But from this moment on, I want everyone who's watching this video to listen up and to please give this a shot. When you see someone on Twitter saying some shit about me, responding like in a really nasty fucking way to something that I said, when you see a ridiculously one-sided, slanted video on YouTube of stuff, gee, they took a quote from here and a quote from there, and they're working this negative case against Phil, right? I want you to say, Phil almost died. Phil could have been shot to death by these people. Not to say that the people who are making that video or making that tweet are the ones who did this today and swatted me. But those people inadvertently contributed to it. Because the bottom line is, in 2012, when this whole negativity movement started, people loved me. They thought, wow, Phil is a good person on YouTube, and he makes gameplay videos, and he's been here since 2008. He did it for 2 years before he ever made $1 doing it, and people absolutely love his content. All of a sudden in 2012, when people started, oh, let's do this, let's make funny montages of Phil failing, the whole internet changes and goes against me, right? Was there a moment when I said, did I come out here in full, you know, some kind of fucking Nazi regalia? Did I come out here saying racist shit and epithets and shooting guns off? No, there may have been moments in my content where there were jokes that were related to stuff like that, but they were jokes versus me actually coming out and trying to really insult groups of people. Okay? It never happened. No matter how people want to skew shit that I've said, and people want to take one moment or maybe one off-color joke that maybe I should or should not have fucking said, yeah, then you could say, if you only see that one isolated moment out of 40,000 videos, that Phil is a racist, or Phil, there's a reason to hate Phil, and we should kill Phil. But the bottom line is, today, I was threatened physically with murder. And I am not going to put up with this shit anymore, and I'm not going to allow any of these fucking people to think that it is okay to make this negative shit about me, because this is what happens, right? Shame on you if you've ever made a "this is how you don't play" about me, if you ever decided to follow me, make a clone account on Twitter, do this childish shit on YouTube, if you thought it was funny to dox me, if you thought it was the DDoS attacks were funny, you almost got me killed. You. Yes, you. You're responsible. And if you are a human and you have morality in you, you should understand that. You contributed to it. Because no one fucking thought of me in a negative light until that shit fucking started. No one. People understood it was off-color jokes. It was just Phil trying to be funny. And, you know, I've told you, I'm an imperfect human. I'm certainly not perfect. There have been times when I made mistakes. That doesn't mean that people should fucking die. So fuck you.
Beautiful. Haven't just got here. This is a swatting video? Yeah, damn right. This is definitely indeed the swatting video. So, oh my god, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Apparently in this video, 39 minutes and 20 seconds, he said it's terrorism. Hold on. Does he call what happened to him terrorism? I need to check that.
What this actually is, it's terrorism.
Okay, you're right. I don't know why I doubted you, but I just wanted to make sure of it. There we go. Thank you, IPT always wins for that little timestamp. Just for the check. So if people are just arriving like Dimmock, why, and they're confused why I'm playing this particular clip. Phil's had a bizarre rant today, and to me, it is giving me vibes of this copium segment here. So this is back in 2015, remember? This is before bankruptcy and everything else.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to Sauce for the super chat who says, and starting this moment, from this moment on, this will be the moment, starting now, all the genesis of Darkseid Phil. Yeah, he loved it. He went round in fucking circles like crazy, especially even back then. You could tell, so also, he didn't have a whole lot of time to plan this special video. It happened earlier on that day, and he kind of laughed off and kept playing the game. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait a second, I can capitalize on this and make the most of this, and kind of really make everyone believe that all my critics are trying to kill me and all that shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, he didn't have a very well crafted, prepared, script. So he went in fucking circles so much and fucking kept going around the circles and all that shit. Yeah, it was fucking awful. But yeah, I'm gonna stop that there. Phil's bizarre rant today in this copium segment, which is still going on by the way. Like, we have got plenty more of the copium segment to go, but I just kind of thought I'd share with you guys my my impressions. That it reminded me a lot of 2015. You nearly got me killed, kind of. That's the vibes I'm getting. I'm getting those exact kind of vibes. Shame on you if you ever made it decide don't play. You nearly got me killed. Jesus Christ, man. Let's get on with the bingo. Hopefully we can get a full house. Ah, fuck.
Is there nothing on the internet that I won't masturbate to?
I thought I wasn't going to start playing as quick. Let's just get on with the fucking show.
It's disappointing to me, and it's sad, but at the same time, just once again, all the detractors, they said this was gonna happen, and they were right. Holy shit, Phil.
How crazy this fucking sounds. You actually have to give a little bit of credit to the original detractor groups. As much as I think they were nutty, guys like the Sons of Kojima, they weren't out to benefit from what they were doing. They
Fuck all that noise. Get you a bottle of gin from Total Wine. Fire up your TV. Drink your gin.
So Phil. So yeah, so that was a strange one for Phil to say. I'm kind of shook with that. Phil, not only was Fred a batshit fucking crazy person who fucking was like listening intently to how doors sounded to make sure it was the actual door that is someone in his community that he did a podcast with was using. He tried to control not only what his own community were doing, his own kind of group of fellow podcasters, but he tried to control what other detractors were fucking doing and saying. Fred was an extremely manipulative and controlling individual, and eventually got fucking found out. And the detractor community in general has been a far better place ever since SOK eroded. I'm not saying nothing good ever came of it, do you know what I mean? It brought a lot of people together and kind of put a lot of eyes on Phil and his antics. But the downfall of SOK made it so the future of the community was a far better place, in my opinion. There is no like one source to fucking go to for all this shit. Duty is a source. Hate Army is a source. Snort Burnell is a fucking source, you know what I mean, to get these clips. I mean, DSP tries it methodology. We've got a variety of different people we can go to for various ways of getting entertainment from Detractor content. Meerkat does a whole lot of great fucking streams as well, and Detractor Beam and everything else. And you've even got fucking newer generations of detractors like fucking Atlas the Bookkeeper and Broside Phil and everything else. And there's literally too many to fucking name. But it's not just like, it's not centered around one fucking community. That being said, are probably the biggest community of the whole lot. You know what I mean? But they're by no means like controlling anything. They are primarily focused on enjoying their own stuff, and they're not trying to fucking tell anyone what they can do or whatever. They embrace just as much as we all fucking do. So yeah. Phil is actually fucking giving credit where it's due to the SOK. That's a strange fucking one. That's a strange fucking one for sure.
They weren't monetizing their content. And a lot of them actually were out to say, we just want Phil to improve. We don't like that Phil does this stuff that we don't like. We want him to improve. We want to call him out, say your gameplay sucks. You shouldn't be making fun of the game devs. You should take responsibility when you fail in a game. These were things that were legitimate criticisms of me that they had. And those criticisms were taken to heart over time. And if you don't notice today, for the most part, I try to improve based on long-standing criticisms, a lot of which came out of those communities.
Oh, you still to this goddamn day blame the goddamn game for any slight inconvenience that comes your way. You call the game developers brain dead fucking morons and everything else. You have not learned a single goddamn fucking thing.
Now, we all know the ultimate obsession over Kojima and them infighting led to them falling apart, and that's a whole other story. But that was actually legitimate. The stuff that's happening today, the continuation of this wave of memeable hate, monetizable hate, is not valid, nor is it in any realm of logic. It's there just for people to milk morons on the internet. Just like the side-scrollers did last year, and now the side-scrollers don't give two fucks about anyone who hates me. Well, it's the same thing. These people are only looking to make money where they can. If all of a sudden this content, this negative content about me was not monetizable, they would be gone in an instant. They would run out the door. Because that's all they're in for it for. That's it. And if you fall for that shit, you are literally a grade A gullible loser. You know, everything they say about me and my viewers, that's you. You fell for the trap. Me, I'm providing free entertainment and content to people who like it. If they then want...
Phil, you threaten that content if it doesn't get views and engagement and support. Like, bingo happens regardless of what fucking happens, you know what I mean? I fucking made that perfectly fucking clear. Before I even had like 1,000 fucking subs or whatever, I wasn't, before I could monetize anything or whatever, I was fucking doing bingo because it was a way to try and make Phil's content more bearable for an audience. I've been doing bingo now for like a couple of years, and it's just one of those things where it's like, so yeah, and I'm probably one of the exceptions in the grand scheme of things. Like, no, I mean, I think I probably do more streams about Phil, about his podcast anyway than most other people do, I think. Aside from Dark Days Mirror and Raw Phil, you know what I mean, they got maybe to do it every day. But yeah, I only focus on this fucking podcast. I don't give a shit about his gameplay. His gameplay is fucking almost as more boring than his fucking podcasts are. Hell. Guy of Wagner says, does bingo happen if Phil cancels a stream? I have used retro podcasts from back in the day when it happens. Like if Phil last second cancels a stream, short notice, I will sometimes think to myself, is there an alternative podcast I can use, and we'll use that for a bingo game. And it's worked out quite well, because sometimes I use a stream from like a podcast from maybe a couple of years ago, and we'll see how Phil's changed over that time, and some of the things that apply in the card that might not apply to back then or whatever. So yeah. Fuck me, man, this is... Apparently there's a lot more to go. We are an hour... Why am I surprised I'm an hour behind Phil? I'm fucking paused to fucking look at his Swatting video.
Not to support it, they have the option to do so. You understand? But my content is real. My content's not fake. It's not made up. It's not taking things out of reference. It's not creating narratives that don't exist. That's literally what they do on a daily basis, just for the money to keep rolling in, because people are so fucking stupid. And this is just getting worse and worse. Seriously, like the internet itself is becoming ignorant. We don't care about the truth behind anything. We just want to jump on what's popular, right? What's the new meme today? What's the new thing to run with? I just saw, listen to this. There was a tweet made about a day ago on Twitter, and I didn't even know it existed. And then all of a sudden it showed up in my timeline as I was looking at Fallout stuff. Someone, I don't know who they are, they made a tweet and they were like, so Bethesda undid the lore of Fallout New Vegas for their new show, which by the way, they didn't. It's obvious the person didn't even watch the fucking show. They said they undid the lore of Fallout New Vegas for their new show. Yeah, and this is an awful thing they did, but the show's ultra popular. So Bethesda is like the DSP of gaming because they just keep making the worst possible decisions, yet they continue to exist and be successful. Like, this is what this guy tweeted. And his tweet has over 10,000 retweets.
That's quite funny. I didn't even realize that. That's quite funny. I didn't know such a tweet fucking existed. Where can I find this tweet? Let me at it. Let me at it. I want to see the fucking tweet. Where are you? I will find you and I will retweet you. Does anyone know who made it? There's a big up to Barrett for his latest artwork. I had a feeling Mr. Ludacris would find that amusing. Wait, this is who? DSP called it Detractor and me social. Fuck off. I had to mute there because I was fucking coughing. Oh, for God's sake. Why? Where is this tweet? Where is this tweet? Yeah. Phil saw a tweet, but we don't know how it exists. What did the tweet say? Bethesda. How about I search Bethesda DSP? There we go. Surely I'll find it here. Where is this big massive tweet? Where is this big massive tweet with fucking thousands and thousands of goddamn likes? I can't find it. I can't find it. Why? What have I got the latest? Bethesda DSP. Oh, bloody hell, man. It's nothing to do with this, is it? Surely it's not that. Surely it's not this tweet with only 10 likes. And Phil's like confusing that for 10,000. For the life of me, I can't find this fucking tweet. And these are fucking very old tweets, so I'm looking for references to both. Maybe they added them. Maybe they added them. No, that ain't it. Oh, damn it. I have no idea. Apparently someone tweeted about DSP and Bethesda, and there's nothing. I can't find a damn thing. With 10,000 retweets. If it exists, I can't find it. Fuck it, bingo time, bingo.
Or was it likes? It was either retweets or likes. I'm not shitting you. That was the tweet. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, so this guy is so fucking stupid. He's actually this dumb that he thinks that me, someone who's been around for 16 years, has done nothing but make bad decisions. Now, where did he get that from? From my detractors? From the memes? From the bunk documentaries that come out and say things like 10 years of failure? That's where he gets that. And the internet believes that shit because they're dumb fucks. These people don't want to take 5 minutes to learn about reality. They just want to hear the meme, laugh at it, and roll with it. A common consciousness. We all get the meme, right? What's the truth of the meme? What's the funny part of the meme? I don't care. We just laugh. I acknowledge it. DSP is bad, so I laugh now. It's like Barney the dinosaur. That sounds like. I just did a Barney voice.
No wonder I can't find
it. And again, I never have ever said that I was free of faults. You know, I know there's the meme. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct, right? It's a meme. It's a joke. I'm a flawed human.
It's a goddamn t-shirt, isn't it? Gosh, if I can had it advertised and monetized for his apparel that he had on Teespring.
I make mistakes on a daily basis. I do. Big mistakes. And I try to own up to them when I see them happening now. I try to learn from them, but I'm not perfect. I'll continue to make mistakes for the rest of my life. All right? But it is absolutely true that the vast majority of people who don't like me today, like the person tweeting about me, don't know two diddly dicks about me. They don't watch my content. They don't even...
Why is Phil obsessed with diddly dicks? In fact, that's something... Didn't he say that? When we were watching that Swatting video earlier on from 2015, didn't he say the same thing, diddly dicks? Or am I going crazy? Like, this is current day Phil. And he said diddly dicks, but didn't he also say it back in 2015 during his angry swatting you nearly got me killed video? Oh my god, diddly dicks. I may have to add that to the bingo card. I don't know how often it's said, but I guess when Phil is very angry, at his most angriest, he busts out the heavy duty fucking slurs and says diddly dicks. Guys, thank you for liking the stream. We have 100 likes for the bingo card. Me stalling so heavily fucking helped in the grand scheme of things, and we have got ourselves a free space thanks to you guys liking the stream, as well as having 100 likes for a free space. You also guys, you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate 100 likes. Remember, keep an eye on the bottom right for Jasper to do his thing. Welcome up, Jasper. Good cat. Oh my god, this is a podcast for the ages, man. I wasn't sure what to expect. I was not expecting this. I'm going to try and let him cook about it. I feel like I'm pausing way too much. Let's just try and catch up and see what other fucking dumbass shit he says.
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just perpetrating or propagating this negativity about me because it's what everyone just knows, when it's actually factually wrong. And it's truthful that these idiots who every day restream me or do these negative videos about me creating the false narrative. It is bullying. 100%. It's bullying content. Okay? And it is considered.
If I see someone being a dick, I'm going to fucking call him a dick. That's just my opinion. That's a factual observation. That's not bullying. When I'm seeing you being a dick, I will say, hey, that guy's being a dick.
Either defamation or slander. I'm not sure which. Okay? It's definitely one of them. All right? And absolutely, I believe this person. Okay? Because right now, there are female content creators who've had the same kind of thing happening to them as happened to me. And when they spoke up, YouTube and or Twitch and or whatever platform took action. Okay? I firmly believe that it is because of this modern day, very progressive movement.
Are you about to imply that YouTube are sexist with the policies that they enforce, Phil? Because that is a pretty slippery slope to find yourself going down.
In modern society, that there are certain groups that are protected. I am not a protected group. I'm a white male. I'm the least protected group right now. Basically, I'm out here, gotta just fend for myself. No one's gonna stick up for me. No one's gonna say, oh my God, look, there's thousands of fucking awful things being said about Phil, literally invented on a daily basis. Let's shut him down. No one cares. But if I were in one of these groups, then immediately they would take action, right? Because that's the thing. That's the thing in culture right now. You have to be one of these groups, right? And again, I'm not saying that I agree or disagree. What I'm saying, that's just my situation, right? Like right now, if I were to actually go and flag content and say bullying content, YouTube would not give a shit. They would ignore me. Yeah. But if I had a case, you know, that it was discrimination on the case of the gender, race, you know, sexual orientation, if I could say all that, then it would be shut down. But I can't do that because I'm a straight white male. I don't have a case to be in one of these groups that right now.
If I'll just say he's a straight white male. Yeah, whatever you say, Phil. I don't know who you're trying to convince there, you know, but whatever you say, Phil. Straight. Good one.
Everyone feels needs to be protected. So these people can literally sit here on the internet every day bullying me, and I have no recourse besides a lawsuit. Do I think I'm going to be suing anyone with a lawsuit? No. You know what they say? Here, again, my philosophy has been just ignore it and move on with my day. Why? Because I've learned in my life, you can't fight fire with fire.
Well, if this is you ignoring it, you're doing a freaking shite job of ignoring it.
Right? You can't. You can't. When everyone attacks each other, everyone dies. Right? There's no winner there. You can't fight fire with fire. It's just not possible. All right? So I just say, I'm not going to fight it. What am I going to do? Sit here and be a litigious asshole on YouTube slapping fucking lawsuits against YouTube channels and shit that benefit from slandering me every day? No. Number one, it's too expensive. Number two, it's too time consuming. Number three, it's not worth it. It's like they say, it's like the Hydra. For every one head you cut off, 10 more come out. Unless YouTube actually becomes a fair place and says, we're really going to enforce our rules instead of selectively enforcing it. Because that's the problem. YouTube has terms of service, but they don't enforce them.
And leave. Look, if you don't like the fucking way that YouTube operates their website, you are not forced to stay. You are free to fuck the fuck off and go elsewhere to stream your content. This is not the only fucking show in town, Phil. So if you don't like how they operate their website, then do something about it or shut the fuck up.
They selectively enforce them in cases where it benefits them. So if it makes them look good because they have a protected class who's being harassed and they did the right thing, they'll do it. If it's someone like me who's been harassed for over a decade by literal slander and defamation on a daily basis, bullying, vile things, harassment of myself, my family members, my fans, my moderators, it's all documented and factually proven that it all happened, but YouTube doesn't give a fuck about me right now. And they never will. Unless they change their policy to adhere to everyone equally and actual enforcement across the board. It's just not right. I agree with this person 100%. This should be fair. If someone's going to get the right treatment, everyone gets the right treatment. If you have a bullying policy, fucking enforce the bullying policy now. Not 2 years, 10 years from now, not 3 more generations of content creators down the line. Actually enhance it and do it now.
Well, if that got implemented now, you realise you too would fucking find yourself getting action taken against you. Don't fucking forget, Phil, it was you that fucking told your fucking viewers. Thing be cruel, for example. Go get a fucking spoon and eat from my ass. If that's not fucking bullying, Phil, what the fuck is it? You want YouTube to fucking really make sure they fucking, follow their fucking procedures? You would be one of the first channels to fucking go if they actually fucking enforced these fucking policies. Because you bully your audience on a regular fucking basis.
Right? People who sit on their channels all day bullying people should immediately be shut down. And I'm not just talking about my detractors. I'm talking about big fucking YouTubers who do it. People who have entire shows based around drama and gossip and bullying should not exist on YouTube because they break the bullying terms of service. But they do. Why? What's the answer? Will anyone ever hold YouTube accountable? Or let's be honest, it's not just YouTube, it's everywhere. It's all the platforms that allow it. Facebook allows it, Twitch allows it. It shouldn't exist. It should all be gone. It should be wiped off of the fucking site if they actually have a terms of service against it, which they do. But they don't. They don't enforce it. So...
By the way, guys, Phil has gotten at least $100 today because he has a hat poll going. I wasn't sure if people were aware of that yet, but there's currently a hat poll going. And sadly, the option does not fucking include our beloved
fucking inflatable fucking crown.
It is what it is. That crown's long fucking gone. The beret, the cowboy hat, bison hat, or the red fedora. So Phil's bizarre, unhinged fucking copium has some get a bunch of money from his dent heads. Oh, I'm sorry. Apparently calling them dent heads is morally wrong. Not even fucking sorry.
What are you going to do, right? Again, me, I'm just a guy. All I can do, and I appreciate the comment, and I'm glad that we talked about it a little bit today, and I'm sure this is going to stir up discussion about it, right? Like, wait a minute. Why is it that certain people seem to actually get the terms of service to stick up for them, and others, it's just ignored endlessly? I'm probably the textbook case of someone who's been harassed constantly for a decade, and YouTube does not care. They just allow all of it, and it's destroyed my business, destroyed my popularity, destroyed my reputation. And if you actually look at the content I make today, this is better content than I've ever made before. In comparison, this is better content than a lot of other content creators out there, but they don't have a giant bullying community against them saying they suck, so they actually can get, like, traction on YouTube. They can get views. They don't get insane downvotes on every piece of content. They don't get people crapping on them constantly. They just get to enjoy having a vibrant community of people who like their content. I'm not allowed to do that, right? It's fucked up. So that's why I am where I am. And I always will be at this level, and that's why I've grown to accept it. Unless I'm going to go stoop to their level, right? Unless I stoop to the level of those that slander me every day, I will not be able to basically get out of where I am. So it's basically, do I become them? You know what that is? You know, do I become the villain just like them? Or do I just say, fuck it, I just keep going on my merry way the way that I'm going? Honestly, I really enjoy going on my own merry way, right? I'd rather just do my own thing. I would. So let's just do that, right? I understand. There's people here who, I mean, basically what I'm hearing from this person's comment, which again, I appreciate it, is, you know, in a perfect world, YouTube would care, and all this content that's out about you every day would be flagged for bullying, and YouTube would shut it down. But YouTube's never going to do that. I'm just gonna assure everyone that it's not going to happen. Again, if I were one of these considered now in the modern day protected groups, they would actually look into it. They're never going to look into it for me. I've already been the whipping boy of YouTube for 10 years. If they didn't do it in the last 10 years, why would they suddenly do it now? Right? I don't expect them to ever have my back. Ever. So I just move on, doing my own thing. And that's it. And that's what I wish most people would do. Because that's the sad fact is they don't. They actually entertain the trash content because they're stupid. They're ignorant. Instead of taking 10 seconds to research, like how many times do we get people coming by and say, my God, I heard negative things about you from Review Tech. I heard negative things about you from this channel. I actually came and checked out your channel. And then
you know who else fucking came by and checked out your fucking channel? That what are they called? The podcast guy? The podcast? What are those guys called that fucking played at the start? The podcast something, it feels like they're called, whatever. You know what I mean? They weren't aware of your channel. One of them seemed to be fucking aware of them. You know what I mean? But the rest of them were like, who the fuck's DSP? They checked out, yeah, that's what it's called. What are these podcasts? That's what it is. What are these podcasts? They checked out your podcast without any outside interference, without any, you know, for I think at least one of them anyway, they had no idea what you did or who you were. And yet they're playing you clips from your own show, from your own podcast, from your own streams. And they're going, what the fuck is this guy doing? People that do check out your fucking actual content and, you know, to the source, usually fucking come away with the same conclusion. What the fuck is this guy's fucking deal? Most people get bored to fucking death when they fucking encounter your fucking streams.
It was good. I had a good time with it. It was fun. We had a good chill time. We enjoyed the game. We hung out. We had a fun conversation. You didn't e-beg all stream? Yeah, you mentioned it a couple times.
You didn't e-beg all stream? Yeah, you fucking brought it up several fucking times. I'm going back to 1.5 speed. But this is... Oh boy. Oh, I didn't learn from Phil's example. I forgot to e-beg. I knew. Fuck off.
But you didn't e-beg the whole stream like they claim you do? Well, I don't get it. I don't either. But now we have our answer.
What do you mean? Oh, you don't get it. Okay, I thought Phil just tried to fucking pretend he doesn't fucking e-big. I was like, wait a second, he just fucking does. American Rockstar says, objection. I went myself and checked out Phil's stream, and it was boring. And he does attack his own audience. Exactly. Look, if YouTube actually implemented a fucking, terms of service of $1 billion, Phil would be gone. Phil would be gone so fast. The amount of fucking people he has bullied on his own streams, unreal. Also, this particular frame, this particular fucking image, is too good for me to not try and get an image of. Apparently I missed a really good one earlier on. I think Barrett Wells was screaming for me to do a thumbnail, but I already pressed the play button, so I went and missed it. But apparently I missed a really good one earlier on. So I'm trying to be more wary of not missing these like good robust style, little potential freeze frames. So that's 2 so far. Earlier on we had this, and now we've got this. You wouldn't like him when he's angry. He's baring his teeth. He's give me money. Let me just throw this towards my members so they can enjoy themselves. They can enjoy the image. Oh fuck me, man! Big ups to Carty Tarty for joining the members Discord. Big ups to them. I think did Carty Tarty like become a member earlier on? I don't think I got a notification for it. I'm not sure if they're already a member like beforehand. It didn't show in my activity feed, but I think they became a member. I'll need to check. I'll need to check like my list at the end before I finish to see if any ad Carty Tarty or not, because it didn't pop up on my activity feed. But I thought I saw something pop on the chat earlier on that Carty Tarty was done something with my membership or something. So I need to check later on. My bad.
It's because it's profitable to hate on YouTube. It is profitable to be a professional bully on YouTube. YouTube allows it and doesn't care unless you're in a protected class, which I'm not. So I have to put up with the daily abuse, and that's why I choose to ignore it. That's why
I can't wait for Phil to come out as fucking gay so he can accuse all his fucking detractors of being fucking homophobic. Can't wait for that day. We'll see how well that works out.
Don't entertain it. That's why I don't watch it. That's why I don't respond to it. That's why I don't react to it. That's why I don't care. All right? So if you basically watch that content, I can't help you. I feel like this is something that you have to do. You have to do self-inflection for yourself. So why am I enjoying watching content that likely is fake, or at least only based on a nugget of truth, but completely over-exaggerated? And I just love making fun of this guy every day, right? How many people will make fun of me today because I'm wearing a bunny on my shirt, right? Which I love. I think this is cool. Look, I think this is an awesome shirt.
Nice shirt.
20-year-old man has midlife crisis. Where's bunnies on his shirt? You're a loser. And anyone who thinks that's valid content is also a loser, a life loser. Not just, in the moment, you've had a pattern of being a fucking loser. All you do is watch toxic shit on the internet. You're not wired right up here. You can't be a valid contributing part of society if you just sit around hating on people all day. Do something about it. Instead of just sitting on your lumpy fucking ass there, watching crap and toxicity all day long, unsubscribe from the toxic creators and go do something positive with your life. Because guess what? You're gonna get far more enjoyment out of the positive things you're doing with your life than sitting there in your chair hating on people on the internet because you're fucking jealous of them. Because that's the truth. You're mad that I am still here after 16 years making content, having a good life, I'm happily married, great time with my viewers. You can't take it. And that's why it's your jealousy that propels you to act this way. Fucking stop. Do something positive for yourself. Get a life. Because time's a wasting. I'm 42 years old and I'm realizing now every moment in my life is very important. I need to relish and cherish every moment because my moment.
Fuck off, you fucking dick. Thank you very much to Meerkat Mob and their viewers for joining the stream. I guess their stream's over. Yeah, we paused a lot, we ranted a lot, we got a lot of speed up juice, so yeah, we're well behind. I'm behind live DSP by an hour and 9 minutes. So yeah, big ups to the Meerkat Mob crew for joining. I hope you enjoy yourselves over there. And yeah, we are still playing bingo. It's still a game to try and win. And after the bingo's done, regardless of win or loss, we'll have a wee marble race to see if we can add $10 to the bingo prize funds by playing one of these impossible courses. There's a lot to do still. But we're at 1.5 speed and hopefully we can get through it.
Moments are getting more precious and far few, right? Many of the people who hate me are in their 20s, right? Or even teens. That's why. You're just so immune to any of it, right? You're gonna live forever. You're gonna be fucking...
Bitch, please. I'm 30. Wait, how old am I again? I'm also getting my fucking age because I'm getting so fucking old. I am 30. Fuck me, man. I'm 37. I'm old as fuck.
Bouncing off the walls, immune to bullets and fucking superhero powers. No, you're not. You're gonna be my age one day. Hopefully you make it that long. And you're gonna realize, oh shit, I wasted all my time in my youth just sitting there hating on people on the internet because I'm a fucking loser. These are years you could have been building relationships, doing things for yourself, getting a job, working, making money, getting a home, building a foundation for the rest of your life. Instead, you're sitting there throwing money at fucking people who are scum, who have failed doing that. They tried doing that in their lives and they failed at it, so now they just hate on people on the internet, right? Do you really think that these YouTubers who are just toxic drama people could do anything else? Why do you think they still do it? They couldn't ever spin it into something else. No one gives a shit about them besides the toxic shit they make. So, if you're someone who watches it, time to look at yourself and move on. Now is a good wake-up call. This comment is eye-opening. For me, I look at it, I'm like, if that's really the case, if what they're saying about this stuff is true, that's pathetic and sad. Because here's the truth. It doesn't matter what these people do. I'm still going to be happy. It really doesn't matter whatsoever, right? No matter what they say or do or they make up. I'm going to continue on my way here, making content that's meaningful to me and my audience. And it doesn't matter how much slander.
Phil just said meaningful. I was wondering how long it would take him to say meaningful.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
We are technically 4 away from a full house because we have a free space thanks to you guys liking the stream.
They say if it was going to hurt me, it would have hurt me in the last decade. And yeah, I'm a rinky-dink small guy now, but I still have enough intelligent, positive people around me to understand that it's not true and that people can have fun and have a positive time here on the channel. If anything, it's hilarious because they say I'm such an awful person, yet then I also get criticized because I don't do things like sexual content in the games I play. I skip it. So I'm an awful person, vile, the lowest of the low, but I don't do any adult sexual content. So isn't that kind of contradictory? I don't do the stuff that you could say was over the top and bad in the past, but but again, nothing they say makes any sense. None of their
Phil, there's a difference between fucking going boobies, and fucking Metal Gear Solid fucking free, and you pausing the stream and muting the stream because a fucking fridge is making sexual advances towards you. It's like you went from extreme pervertedness to
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to Fort Worth Raised for a super chat, who says, I only prefer to give money to my fellow scumbags. Thank you very much, fellow scumbag. Much appreciated. I will gladly take that contribution. Thank you very much. I'm just a fellow scumbag. Oh goodness me, it's just for Phil. Yeah, it's a fine line. You know what I mean? Like your bizarre, overly sexualized commentary back in the day that apparently you fucking did to try and lure children to enjoy your content because that was your primary audience demographic back in the day, according to what you said. That sort of commentary was certainly not necessary, and it was but yeah, you done it anyway. But these days, you fucking mute your stream if a fucking fridge talks sexy to you.
Their narrative makes sense when you analyze it from an intelligent perspective. It never has. It's all based on.
Shit, I said the wrong word.
What's up?
Sorry, Prophet is a false alarm. False alarm, Prophet. Thank you, Prophet. Super chat says boobies where? Right fucking here. Look at these bad boys shaking in the fucking leg. The leg bounces. The leg bounces and these things go up and down like crazy. Also, hold on, give me a second here. Speaking of it, I mean, it's a random fucking thing to remember Phil's bizarre body and the things that are on it. But Sketchy drew something. Let's see if I can. Yeah, Sketchy drew something. I made a new comic. You want boobies? You want boobies? Well, let's say zoom. Why can't I zoom in this fucking thing? I want to zoom in the fucking picture and it won't let me. This panel right here. Look at Phil bending down with his bad back as well. Look at those boobies, Prophet. There you go. Jesus Christ. But yeah, so yeah, new work of art there by Sketchy, little comic there. They're going along with their tonic wine bag and a DoorDash bag and a see a book on the ground, Death Note. Phil drops his bags, which is very dangerous by the way. And if you notice behind him afterwards, somebody stole the bags. Someone has stolen the bags. He put it down for 1 second and wrote in the book and the bags are gone. Just like real life, for real. The human whose name is written in his note shall die, and so he puts property of dark side Phil and he drops dead. And of course there's a fucking Zelda damage as well. But yeah, let me share a link to that. If people want to check out for themselves and give it a wee like or whatever, go ahead. So there you go. Prophet wanted boobies, and that was the first thing that came to mind when I saw that. So there we go. Let's get on with the bingo.
None of their narrative makes sense when you analyze it from an intelligent perspective. It never has. It's all based on a one little thing, extrapolated, exaggerated times million. And that's how they come with their narratives that make money, you know? So, anyway, I read the comment, I was like, wow, insightful. Obviously someone who probably has inside information, eye-opening, and...
Obviously someone has inside information. Based on what? I love how Phil, like, sees this comment, which basically ticks all his... I mean, surely it's Phil. Phil wrote this comment. Or Kevin Styles or some pish. There's no fucking way. I just love how much faith he has in his comment without doing any of his own due diligence or research. He takes it as gospel, but he's not done a second of research to look into it himself.
And, you know, every once in a while it's good to at least inflect on and talk about it a little bit. But at this point, it's like, for me, As you know, my philosophy is I'm not going to fight fire with fire. I'm not going to go start flagging videos. I'm not going to get a lawyer and start suing people. I'm just going to make my content every day and ignore it all.
If this is you ignoring it, then you're not very good at ignoring it.
I don't. Again, it's funny because as I was saying this, the only one I brought up was Duty because he was referenced in the comment. As I'm looking at the chat, people are bringing up tons of others, and I'm like, I realize I don't know any of these people. Like people out here bringing up all this stuff. I'm like, I don't even know who any of these people are at all. I know nothing about it.
Are we about to get a name mention, or am I not prominent enough to get a mention? Go on, Phil. Read off some of the other people. Go on. Name drop some of our detractors. Go for it.
Right? Like, I don't know. So, whatever. I guess there's another generation. I feel like I've been around now 16 years. I probably had 3 to 4 different generations of haters. Like originally it was the DSP cult leader. Then it was Evil AJ. Then it was the Sons of Kojima. And then This Is How You Don't Play movement. Then it was the Tevin restreamer, right? And now it's like these other YouTubers, Duty streams, all other shit, right? It's just generation after generation of people with no talent and nothing to add to the planet, yet they're allowed to exist because other people are dumb and throw money at them. Hopefully one day people will wise up. But I can't make people wise up. So I'm just going to stay in my lane. And I'm just going to hang out with you guys every day. And that's that. I'm just going to say, move on if you can. If this is the first time you've heard something like this, please move on. I guarantee you, even if you hate me, just move on from hating on me and do something else with your life. You're going to have a better time. I can confirm 100%. And this is from experience. When I was a hater in the Street Fighter community and I took all my time hating on West Coast players and the Cannon brothers who ran SRK and stuff like that, I was miserable. When I stopped being toxic in that community and I focused on being a good player and running tournaments and actually starting to get respect for what I was doing, I had a much better time. And in fact, the only reason I stopped is because I got my back injured. Like I hurt my back so bad I couldn't travel to play Street Fighter anymore. I was like, shit, it sucks because if I had been a positive person much earlier in my run was the late 90s to around 2007. If I'd been more positive earlier, I probably would have had so many friendships and things. And instead, I got a bunch of rivalries under my belt, but a lot of toxic shit that I did too that I regret. And I know for a fact, for June the King, when his documentary comes out about me, he apparently is going to go very deep into detail about my early days in Street Fighter and how toxic I was. I 1,000,000% fess up to all of that. It's all true. I was a piece of shit.
Phil, you don't need to fucking do the salute while you fucking admit that. We understand your leanings and tendencies towards a certain little Austrian man from the 1930s. But yeah, and by the way, it's not just me pausing as he held it. No, he held that pose.
I 1,000,000% fess up to all of that. It's all true. I was a piece of shit in the early Street Fighter community to a lot of people online. Only online. Offline, I was a nice guy, but online, I was a piece of garbage. I know it. And now I look back and I fucking regret that so much. How awful I was to people who didn't deserve it just because I was getting a laugh and other people were laughing at my razzing other people and being a dick to other people. And I look back, I'm like, man, if only I'd been more positive in that time, things could have been so different. You know what I'm saying? And
I mean, I know somebody that's got something to say to you about that, Phil. I know somebody who was around back then.
Yo, Phil.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to look like you, dude. I mean, you're a fucking snitch. Everybody hates you. Who would want
Nobody wants to look like a snitch.
Nobody fucking asking, dude. You're yes, getting shot down left and right. Nobody wants to look like you. And we don't give a fuck about you, motherfucker. Ain't nobody trying to look like you. Shit.
That's what I'm
saying. So DSP, shut the fuck up!
Alright, you notice Ben's respectful and you're not.
Shut the fuck up!
It's been 6 months.
God damn, dude.
I couldn't help myself.
And it just sucks that I wasn't. And now I feel like this is going to be a whole generation of people who are doing this on YouTube. And it's not just about me. It's about all these hate communities. Look at the communities against fucking Wings of Redemption and shit, right? Like, these people eventually are going to look at themselves in the mirror and be like, what the fuck did I do in my life? I wasted like 5-10 years of my life on this. And nothing happened for me. It benefited others who were basically people taking advantage of me because I'm stupid. But it didn't benefit. Phil's still here doing what he does. Right? The Detractor people running the channels and restreaming and shit, they made out with a ton of money and probably will one day cut and run, like most of them do. And you're the one left there with nothing, sitting there with an empty bag. Oh shit, what did I do for 10 years? I wasted all my time and I gave all my money to morons, right? Again, case in point, look at side scrollers. How many months were they shitting on me constantly, making shows about me, entire streams, milking my detractors? What did they do with that money? Did they reinvest it into anything important? Or are they making now political content that you don't care about? Because you're stupid. You gave them money because you're dumb, and now they cut and ran with it and they do what they want now, and it's your fault. You're the one who fell for the trap. The gullible people to be milked. You know, people need to stop being so goddamn gullible. In my case, I am providing you with content that if you like it, support it, and if you don't have to. I'm not creating a community of hate around someone that's a flash in the pan now because it's popular and I'll move on later. What I do is trying to be essentially someone making positive content for people who will get something out of it. No one gets anything out of shitting on Darkside Phil or Wings or anyone else. It's literally trash content for trash people. Stop being trash people. Those people that live in the garbage bags in the Like a Dragon series, they pop up, they're living trash bags. Do you want to be that forever? No. And Tygoholic says, the big problem for you is Detractor content appears before your own channel just by searching DSP because of YouTube, because of the YouTube algorithm and them allowing bullying content. They should be enforcing their terms of service and shutting it down, and they don't. Why? We already talked about it, because I'm not in a protected class, so I'm not allowed to have the same protections as others, right?
Going by DSP's logic, I am also a white heterosexual male. So does that mean I too won't get fucking flagged by YouTube? Does that mean that if Phil complains to me to YouTube, I'm safe because I'm also a white hetero male? Make it make sense, Phil.
What's the problem? All right. I've said my piece. We got it out of the way. We just discussed it. As I said, I know discussion will probably pop up all over the internet now about this because I brought it up. But that's all I have to say about it. All right? I'm just going to move on now, and I'm just going to make my content and be positive and say...
Well... So Phil had a reason for bringing this up. This is something that he could have very easily just fucking ignored. But he wanted to make a big song and dance about his particular comment. He wanted to try and bring it to prominence. He wanted to have a talking point on his own show. And he wanted others to talk about it as well. Phil is artificially trying to initiate some drama so is more interested in him lately because support for him lately has not been as forthcoming as he so would have liked. If you break down the last few streams for Phil, it has slowed down the last few days. Bear in mind, this is the 8th, so the 8th was for the 8th, yeah, $70 in a day stream, nothing in a night stream. Yeah, a second here. Probably easier to go to Gamerface Gaming's page. The most recent streams for Phil saw him get $26 on a night stream. The day stream was 50 buckaroos, playing Elden Ring. Didn't do well at all whatsoever. He had $41 and $63. The last 4 streams for Phil, $63, $41, $50 and $26. So he's had kind of 4 slow streams in a row. So Phil's probably thinking to himself, I wonder if I can try and get some, you know, artificial drama going or whatever. Can I get some people talking or whatever? Maybe I'm going to have somebody, like, you know, someone big notice me again by saying these things and making these sort of accusations or whatever. And American rock star Patrick Palmer has made a prophecy here. Phil is going to bring this up randomly out of nowhere tomorrow because he can't stop talking or thinking about it. Very possibly. All I know is I won't be here because there's no bingos on Saturdays usually. Having said that, there might be a bingo next Saturday because I'm not here next Friday. Yeah, I'm a bastard, I know.
Whatever, and you know, a million other fucking negative things. That's the thing. It doesn't matter. It's just like this person says. It doesn't matter what I do today. It doesn't matter if my gameplay is good or bad. It doesn't matter if I'm good or bad. It doesn't matter what happens in any of my content. They will literally still say the negative thing no matter what. It will never end. It will always be endless amounts of negative content because it benefits them. If it stopped benefiting them, if YouTube overnight said no more bullying content monetization, anything that's considered like bullying will not be...
I missed another screen cap apparently. I do apologise. I'm not intentionally... As soon as I look at chat again and I started playing, I'm like, oh shit, I missed another good chance to screen cap. I do apologise, guys.
Monetized. These people would vanish from the internet tomorrow because these are not the Sons of Kojima. The Sons of Kojima did not monetize their content because they felt like they actually had a moral leg to stand on. In a lot of cases, in retrospect, I will admit they did. A lot of the things that they said about me were correct. I see that now because I'm older and more mature. And now some of the Sons of Kojima who basically are like, we're probably like, what the fuck? Phil is saying we were right? I'm not saying they were right about everything. They were pretty crazy in a lot of cases, but a lot of the things they said were valid criticisms. And if you haven't noticed, I have changed a lot since those days. I really, really tried to change for the better. But that's the thing. The people today don't care. They're not here for improvement. They're here to write a meme to make money from gullible people. Okay. Time for shout.
I'm just here to play fucking bingo, my man. I'm trying to fucking make your content bearable and I'm trying to have some wholesome game of bingo fun.
Out, so which now we're gonna have 7,000. Okay. Let's see here. BB Phil did a super chat. Can we have the fiery fighting feast during the special Street Fighter event where we get to donate for consuming increasing spice levels? No, I'm not going to get myself sick during an event taking contributions to eat spicy food. The whole point of an event is that I actually get to do the whole event. Not that I get sick halfway through and have to cancel it or whatever. That'd be pretty stupid, right? BB Phil did another super chat. I never understood why haters want to drive you from the internet. Would they kill their own careers by ending yours? Again, it's really weird because here's the thing. I feel like those who restream me to make money don't want that. But the sad fact, what they don't understand is that they then create people who hate me irrationally for no good reason who do want me off the internet. Okay? I don't believe that anyone who's benefiting from restreaming me or making content about me daily wants me to lose my job, because if I do, then they can't make content about me anymore and they lose their jobs, right? But the problem is people watch their content and now they don't have investment. They're not making money off of me. And now they want to see me end. And so you get people who put together entire packages of stuff that they submit to businesses 3 years ago. Shit from 10 years ago that I said on YouTube that's, ancient history. Oh, this is who Phil is today. See, he calls himself the king of hate. And he's a racist and a bigot and a sexist. And here's all the things he's done. And it's shit that's 10 years outdated. And the businesses are so dumb they believe it and think it's from today. And then they fucking ban me from everything. It's stupidity. But that's what happens. Those people are not right in the head. They're out to get me hurt. Not the people who are the direct content restreamers, but the people who watch that and then get brainwashed. Red, we have the membership.
Phil, I've got a little spoiler for you. I'm not going to name names of who fucking sent that fucking thing about, you know, Phil's fucking claiming or somebody made a, was it Mighty, on Twitter, was it like Mighty Mouse or something? Or Music Mouse, that was it, Music Mouse. The Music Mouse person submitted that shit and tagged like fucking, was it, did they tag Stream Elements or something? Who is it that Music Mouse like tagged in their tweet about Phil's hateful content? And they fucking responded to it and all that shit, and Phil got fucking leaned by Stream Elements and Streamlabs. I can't mind exactly who it was. But yeah. The Music Mouse Twitter account was so it was Stream Elements, okay. It was a sock account for a content creator. Now it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'll say that much. I know who it was though. They make Detractor content. At least I don't know if they do it much these days, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you know, you know. But yeah. Some of you will know anyway, and so yeah. I'm not going to say who it is, but if you know, you know. But they were not just some random... Wait, apparently you all know. I'll tell you what, Invisible Mute thinks it was Ludwig. It wasn't Ludwig. Ludwig was not Music Mouse. I'll tell you that much. Not to try and narrow it down for you guys or anything. It wasn't Music Mouse. Sorry, it wasn't Ludwig. He was not Music Mouse. It was someone else.
For 10 months. It says, stop watching Detractor content. Damn straight. BB Phil did a super chat. You have to understand your haters point to us all these hater channels to learn the truth about DSP. It's not like we seek them out. Huh? You have to understand your haters point us to all of these hater channels to learn the truth about DSP. It's not like we seek them out. I don't know what that means. It doesn't even make sense, actually. So, I don't... You can reword that, but I don't understand what that really means. Maximum Turbo did a super chat. He says, Detractors, stop. DSP wins every time. No, I don't win every time. You know, there's a reason why my channel is so small and why I've shrunken over the years, and it's hard to maintain. I mean, this is why. When literally every day, someone is saying you've done something heinous and you didn't, or they'll be like, oh, here's what you did today on the stream, but then they interject clips from 10, 15 years ago of stuff that I regret, have apologized for, and don't do anymore, and say, oh, this is him today. No, it's not. You know? Anyway. Let's see here. I received a $1 tip from DSP Superfan. Basically, he keeps saying afuera. Like trolls afuera, detractors afuera. Right. Anyway, thanks for the $1 tip. Everyone afuera. Yes. Excuse me. Let's continue. I got a $5 tip from Huma Bear. Stop talking about your detractors. All right. How often does this happen? This is just because I got a comment that I found very insightful. All right. I thought that it was worth, because it actually analyzed it in a very interesting and way that's like, oh, okay, now I kind of get it. You know, because everyone comes to my streams all the time and asks me, why do you think so many people hate you or make the content about you? Here's your answer. And it's an answer that I can't give because I don't pay attention to it. It's okay every once in a while to call this shit out, because the truth is no one else is going to do it, right? How many years has it been where someone had a chance to actually cover the hate against me in a rational way and no one has? Why? Because it doesn't benefit. Because what makes money? The drama, the toxicity, the negativity. Actually covering my story in a way that analyzes how Phil has made tons of mistakes, and here's what they all are, but here's the insane amount of nonsense on a daily basis that's put out about him that's bullshit, right? Why? And then analyze that and actually dig into them and expose them for the fucking frauds that they are. It's never been done. If someone were to do that, I'm calling it right now. If someone were to make that video, that documentary, exposing the frauds that are DSP Detractor community, that would get far more traction and attention than any video about me. The videos about me have been done to death, and it's all the same shit. You haven't even heard a new thing about me in 5 fucking years. It's all the same shit regurgitated over and over. Now analyze those motherfuckers who do this on a daily basis. You're going to get down to something people actually are interested in. But no one has done it. I wish they would. I really wish they would.
There's not really much to fucking analyze when it comes to fucking me. I mean, during the day, I work. You know, I work a normal job. You know, in the mornings, I do the gym. Most days. I didn't do it today. I didn't do the gym today. I done the gym Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday before work. Today, I was kind of sore, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to give myself a rest day. I'll try it for a full week next week. But yeah, sometimes you gotta listen to your body. If your fucking body's still saying, hey, it's a bit fucking too much, try and, you know, take a break or whatever. You gotta listen to your body sometimes. But I still done well at the gym this week, I think. Yeah. But yeah, as I said, I don't have much to... My life is quite simple. I work and, you know, I've got a fiance, you know what I mean? We're engaged, we're trying to save up for a new home, you know. I sometimes get to hang out with my fucking pals and have a few drinks or whatever. Sometimes go to the fucking football. There's not a whole lot to fucking cover in the grand scheme of things. You know? So there you go. There's me. There's my fucking story. Isn't that fucking exciting?
I received a $10 tip from Swagonito. Is your bunny t-shirt a reference to your childhood bunny? If not, it's still a cool callback. What was your bunny's name? Have a good positive stream. His name was Bunny. Bunny Rabbit. Bunny Rabbit. And it's not necessarily a callback to my rabbit. It's just a nice shirt that I saw at the store. And now we're in spring. It's warm. It's going to be summer soon. It's going to be hot. I need to wear short sleeve shirts and shorts. So I picked it up. It's not a particular call out to anything, but it is a nice shirt, I feel. Thank you, Swagonito, for the $10 tip. Yeah.
That must be his biggest tip of the day so far.
All right, I just received a $20 tip. I'm a little late with this. During the first run of Alone in the Dark, you're surprised Carnby died from water, as you called it. I think the comment turn is drowning. They made it instantaneous, because what's the point of staring at the screen for 5 to 10 minutes watching him die? People have survived being submerged for 20 minutes. I think it was just weird because, like, for example, if that scene was going to, I think it would have been better if it was more supernatural. Like, for example, let's say he gets sucked into the water, right? And then all of a sudden, like, a jump scare happens. Like, something comes out of the water and eats him. Or a scary flash scene happens in your face, like, ah! And then all of a sudden, he's back at the bottom of the staircase and starts filling with water again, and now you have to run up again. That would be better than just, oh, he instantly died, reload. What? I just think that the scene was done poorly. I understand what you're saying. Yes, you don't want to see him slowly drown. That would be boring. But by the way, we should also call out the fact that if it really was filling with water, okay, he could just swim up the fucking tower anyway. If it filled with water, he could literally just swim upwards and survive, or at least get to a door that was going to open. So again, the whole scene kind of doesn't make sense. The instant death water. I understand you're trying to justify it, but basically it was just a silly mechanic they used, and I called it out and made a silly observation. Nothing too serious. Let's see here. I received a $1 tip from Kirk. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. Haters on Afuera. It's totally all Kirk's fault. 100%. He went back in time in a DeLorean, and he started the hate movement against me. In truth, there always was people who were hateful against me, but it definitely was the Ret Super Eye or whatever it was that they razzed me and made fun of me, and people were like,
Ret Super. Oh god, those guys are. Oh, if you've never seen the video, I'm gonna derail some more, but it is. I mean, if you've never seen it, it is must watch content. Let's see if I can find it. I want to find the video, a particular video in question. Where is it? So I found the video, the backup of it.
My God, this is so fucking stupid.
Shut up, Phil. 11-minute video. This is on the back. So it was on the. Originally, it was on Chip Cheesham's channel. And I think this is a Ret Super video as well, you know, or something like that, or to do with them or whatever. I'll link it in the chat. These are two guys observing Phil playing Metal Gear Solid 2. I want to say this is Ret Super as well, but I'm not sure if it is. I know it was originally on Chip Cheesham's channel, and it's gone, but this is a backup that Chaos Call made. Are they the same guys? And according to Phil, this is a single video that destroyed his channel because they kind of, you know, they analysed this fucking gameplay and fucking critiqued it.
My God, this is so fucking stupid. All because I couldn't take out one soldier because the controls are balls. Yeah.
Well,
it's a game from 2001.
You know, maybe that's the sort of a problem, or...
The controls better, and this game would have been, like, amazing. But the controls suck. They really do. I hate the controls. I can't shoot anyone whenever I want.
There's a lock-on button. There's a button you hold down, and he points right at a man to shoot him.
How is my M9 bullet full? I don't have an M9. What the fuck?
It's right there!
It's right...
Go up!
Right there! Right under you. What? I mean, what? It's right there.
Down! Down! Those are grenades! Down! Pistols!
You do have an M9. It's right there.
So that's, yeah, they couldn't fucking believe how bad this fucking gameplay was that Phil made. 11-minute long video, but it's a great wee fucking video. You know what I mean? If you've never seen it, then I'd highly recommend checking it out, whatever, you know, but fucking, it's it, there you go. We random derail, but worth it.
Like, wow, that was really funny. And then immediately after, even though he doesn't really admit it, Evil AJ made This Is How You Don't Play Metal Gear Solid 2, and that took off like wildfire, and people said, oh wait, Evil AJ just got like 1 million views on his video. That's crazy. Now what if I do that? So they all did, and they all just made fun of me, and it became this virally popular thing that people just kept riding their wave of popularity to do it. And then eventually these things became monetized, and then eventually it became, well, you know, just making fun of Phil's gameplay doesn't work anymore that well, doesn't have as much traction, it's played out. Let's now attack his character. Let's attack his mannerisms. Let's attack what he says, how he acts. You know, and then even let's go now behind the scenes of his private life. Let's try to get into his personal information that no one should have access to, and let's try to do this and do that. You know what I mean? It just got worse and worse and worse and worse over the years because again, people were getting views, popularity, and eventually profit, money from hating on me. That's the cycle that it took over the years. Big Fridge did a super chat. He says, why don't we harass side scrollers? Because we don't harass anyone. As I've already said, I said it right here during this podcast. You don't fight fire with fire. Just because someone has treated you badly doesn't mean you wish them ill. which is happening now with Review Tech, I don't want him to have a bad life. I don't want him to be going through stress. I don't want him to be going through bad things. I want him to have a better life. Because maybe if things were going better for him, he wouldn't do toxic content, right? Right? So even though things apparently are going bad for him, I actually wish him the best, right? I do. I don't want anyone going attacking other channels. I condemn that. I would rather just have you sit here and hang out with me and enjoy the positive content than go propagate more negativity across the internet. There's already more than enough toxicity and negativity on YouTube. We don't need to be creating our own. Okay? That's my mentality. You can completely disagree. That's where I stand. Fair enough? Okay. Mav Strike did a super chat. He says, if the trolls are a problem, why not hop off the internet secretly and get a normal job? Number one, you want me to quit my dream job that I love because of a bunch of fucking no-load trolls on the internet. That's what you're literally telling me. I should quit the best job I've ever had that I love doing, I feel, is helping people on a daily basis in a positive way. You want me to throw it all away because of a bunch of troll people on the internet? I mean, I don't even have to say anything past that, do I? But I will, all right? But I mean, that's number one. You don't let these people fucking beat you. What kind of world is that? Oh, I'm facing adversity. Let me run from it. No, you face it head on. You challenge it. You persevere through it. You don't quit. That's ridiculous, okay? Now, on top of that, you know, when it comes to this job, it's the best job I've ever had. I'm my own boss. I've seen tried and truth over the years, no matter what people support me, no matter where I go or what I do, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on a third-party site for 2 months like Whip TV, whether it's on a social media site, wherever it is, people are going to follow because they actually see through the bullshit and like me and want more content from me, and that, you know, and I appreciate that. The actual positive community is an amazing one. I don't want to throw that away at all. This is 16 years of my life of investment, and for a lot of people, it's a lot of time investment for there too. They feel like they're actually part of something, correct? I'm not going to just throw that shit away. That's insane. Imagine doing something 16 years of your life you love, and you just quit on it because of fucking hate on the internet. Like, what? Right? Like, what are you, nuts? And then on top of that, Mav, I get the feeling you obviously don't know what it really is like out there in the real world. There is no overabundance of high-paying, great jobs out there at all. It doesn't exist. Although our government in the United States would like to act like there is, there's not. Oh, we create all these jobs. Yeah, what jobs did you create? Walmart, McDonald's, Uber Eats, you know, jobs that are part-time. You're scraping by to even make enough to make a living. These are not careers. These are not good jobs for people who can build up and support a family at all. These are, you know what I mean? This is what our government has created for us. A service-based economy that's terrible, and it's hard to hold a job. It's hard to find a job where you can get healthcare. It's trash. You know, I would literally, no exaggeration, would probably have to hold 2 to 3 part-time jobs because no one would hire me full-time because that doesn't even happen anymore. I'd have to have 2 to 3 part-time jobs, juggling them constantly, sometimes probably working more than 1 job a day to try to make ends meet.
That means that your fucking current lifestyle is way above your means. You are living beyond your fucking means, Phil. This is a problem that you have created because your fucking lifestyle is too fucking expensive to maintain. I mean, that's not me being, oh, I'm being a mean detractor or hater there. Your lifestyle is unsustainable. Then you need to change something drastically within that lifestyle. Whether that's cutting back on all the fucking meals out with your fucking fat ass wife every day or something, who knows. Personally, I mean, this is me being genuine, 100% real, okay? I know Phil says that same kind of shit, you know what I mean? But honestly, my honest opinion in what Phil can do to improve his fucking life, get a part-time fucking job. A regular part-time fucking job or whatever. Or even a full-time job. And, you know, during the day. He should only stream at night. Here's what I can fucking do. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know why. Like, have a normal job with some perks to it. You know, I guess some fucking healthcare or some fucking dental or something. I don't know. But, so he doesn't want to. Phil will never go and get a real fucking job, okay? He's too fucking proud to fucking do that. He doesn't want to fucking swallow his pride and fucking say the fucking detractors or right, the trolls are fucking right or whatever. So he's never going to fucking, you know, basically admit defeat in that regard. He is going to essentially die in that fucking chair. Or some variation of that fucking chair doing this. Because he's too fucking stubborn to fucking accept reality.
That's how it is in America right now. Things could change. It'd be great if they did, but that's the reality we're all living in. It ain't the rainbows and unicorns that the news likes to spread. Oh, didn't you know that more jobs were created? Yeah, what kind of jobs exactly? What kind of hours at those jobs? Please give us information on the jobs that are being created rather than just saying jobs. Because that doesn't mean anything. But that's what our news would never tell you. And again, that is political, but it's just truthful. If I were to stop doing this for a living and try to go out there and get a job, I could do it right now. I could go work for any fucking retail job, any restaurant. I could just go right out there right now and work these jobs. And I would bust my ass and not make as much money and make a living that I do now. There's no point. America is broken right now. America needs to be fixed. Okay?
Reminder that Phil Burnell gets over $100,000 per year and has done for the past 16 years. In those earlier years, he was making easily far more than $100,000. It's probably closer to 200, if not more, per year.
Okay, anyway, let's continue. Wow, a ton of gifted memberships just came in. All from Nathan Smith. Congratulations to
Hey, Nathan Smith, big up to Nathan Smith. He's autistic, you know. And that's not me being cruel. He's an English-based DSP fan, and he likes to remind everyone when he can that he's an autistic viewer.
Oh, I can't see these two. The first two he gifted, I can't see. They disappeared for some reason. Hold on, maybe I can do it this way. Doesn't show them. Son of a bitch. All right, well, thank you. Nathan gifted 7 memberships to the channel. 2 of them went to individuals, and I can't see them. They went away. But congratulations to Yunner Ostrander, Demolition Daddy, Radical Jaws, Cracker Jacks, and Frankie Flathead, who all just got to gift the membership as well. If you got to get the membership from Nathan, please be sure to thank Nathan. Okay? And thank you, Nathan, for supporting the channel. BB filled in another super chat. Can't you claim revenue from some of these hater channels? I wonder how much money your brand generates in total per month, including every hater channel. Here's the funny part about that. That's what Machinima said that they were doing. I don't know if they ever actually did it, because they never actually paid me that. All right? But Machinima claimed that because I was part of their partner network, okay, that all the content was under their umbrella, and if anyone was using my content for their own, even if it was legal, like you could say fair use, because someone cut my content up and put it into their hater content. But the truth is, supposedly, right, apparently, the ad revenue is owned by the original creator, which is why when I'm on YouTube and I'm making a video, and some bullshit asshole claims my video because there's something in it, I'm like, but that's, what are you talking about? You know, fair use, yes, I can legally use it, but it doesn't entitle me to the ad revenue. So that was Machinima's take. Machinima's take was, oh, we could just claim whatever. So apparently they went out there and they were blanket claiming anyone who had my videos in their content. And of course people blamed me for that, even though I wasn't even involved in it. Like I never was told, oh, these are the videos we're claiming. I was never given a stat, oh, here's all the revenue we're pulling from those channels. Never. And I don't, to be honest, I don't think they ever paid me for it either, because I never saw like an increase in income when they claimed they were doing it. I think they kept it all for themselves if they ever did it. So it is what it is. You know, but here's the truth. I don't know what the legality is or not. Machinima felt it was legal. I can't confirm or deny. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know about fair use law, copyright law. That's for courts to be hashed out or whatever.
I might be wrong on this, but I feel quite certain that Machinima tried to claim the incident. Like originally, I know there's videos, you know, that exist today on other channels, but I feel certain that when the incident first happened, some people were getting struck down by Machinima claiming it.
But basically, I don't even know how I would go about doing it. From what I understand, these major corporations, you know, they get themselves into YouTube systems somehow to get their content flagged or whatever. But YouTube is not going to take my daily videos every day. I'm a little small-time guy. They're not going to take a video that has a few hundred views and load it into the content ID system, you know, for free, and then have that matched to other people's content. It sucks because you're right. All these people are making money on my name by slandering me, and they're using my content to do it. Abso-freaking-lutely. I should have the ability to do something about it, whether it is to shut down the content, to flag it as unmonetizable, as bullying, to get the ad revenue on it myself. But there's no clear-cut path on YouTube to do any of that unless I get a lawyer, which I can't afford, and then maybe they'd work with YouTube to figure it out. But like I said again, you don't fight fire with fire. You don't. I don't see the benefit of that for me. For me, it's just make the content I'm making every day and enjoy the life I'm having and living and just focus on the positive, right? Okay. Yep. Yeah, this is a silly quote, but you either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Says, a dollar tipper. Well, yeah. Again, I used to be one of the highest, most positively regarded gaming YouTubers. And then somehow, doing literally exactly the same thing that I have done for years and years and years, I became the villain. Even though
but apparently he's changed so much, guys, even though he didn't do anything different.
I didn't change, right? Kirk did another dollar tip. He says something political. I'm just going to ignore it. Okay. Shit. Let's see. Abu, 2 months as a member. And he said, duty streams, have a spoon. He could probably eat it out of his own ass if he wanted to. Covenant Lazarus did a super chat. Can you claim music made about you? Again, I don't know how to claim anything. There's no claiming tool on YouTube. You would have to have a lawyer and submitting your content to do it. There's no, oh, someone used your content. Here's how to easily claim it. That doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. All right? Whoever tells you that is a liar. There's no easy claim tool. There's a copyright matching tool. And what that does is you can send a request to take it down, or you can copyright strike. That tool exists. There's no content claiming tool for you to just get money from people. It doesn't exist, all right? Again, major companies have legal teams. Their legal teams probably take all their content, and then when it's loaded into YouTube, they then say match all this, and then they have legal ways to get the money. A common tiny person like me doesn't have that. It doesn't exist. Maximum Turbo gifted a membership and went to Ricari. Enjoy Ricari, and thank you, Maximum Turbo, for supporting the channel. Big Fridge did a super chat, and he says, they're losers. You're their whole personality. I'm their whole existence. If I didn't exist, they would not exist, right? No one would have ever known who the fuck Kevin is. No one would have ever known who the fuck any of these fucking nobodies are if I wasn't here making content. And truthfully, in reality, they only got their ideas from others that came before them, right? They got their ideas from the Sons of Kojima, from Evil AJ, from people who, as much as they disliked me, never monetized their content. They're all just frauds. They're all just frauds copying each other. At the end of the day, again, no talent. If they had talent, they'd go do something that required talent, and they'd actually make money doing it.
I can't believe I stole Bingo from Fred Fox. What sort of monster am I?
Who fucking cares?
Okay. All right, are we good now? Have we talked enough about this? Like I said, I only wanted to talk about it because the comment is fresh. It just hit my video today. And I was like, now's the time if we're going to talk about it. Let's just get this out of the way. And now we can move on. Today, I'll be honest, I don't want to talk about it further. We just went super long on the podcast because of it. Now we can say we talked about it, we ended it, it's over. The discussion, you know, we can now enjoy Helldivers. We can enjoy some Street Fighter, right? We can have a good time. What do you mean I have to fix Nightbot? What are you talking about?
He read the chat and answered the question. I'm counting that.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
Yeah, so I'm a bit desperate to try and get out of the house. I don't think we're going to get one, which is a shame because this has been a fucking incredible podcast.
They get a full of aura for a membership. Why do I need to fix Nightbot? What's wrong with Nightbot? I don't even know what you're talking about. What, because the schedule's outdated? Who cares? You're acting like there's something broken with Nightbot. It's just an outdated schedule. People are freaking out about it. Like it's some huge deal. Here, shall I fix it? Is that big of a deal? You don't know? I literally had a schedule segment on the show. All right, here we go. Ready? Friday. April 12. Helldivers 2 at... Of course, it would have been 12:45 p.m. I guess we'll do 1 p.m. at 1 p.m. PDT. Then it's SF6 Honda at 5 p.m. You know, the schedule is only posted on the main channel page community tab on my Twitter account and was already said in this podcast, but I guess I'll update the bot. We have to have also the schedule is written across my forehead in Sharpie marker. And we have a big scrolling across the bottom of the screen text. Good lord. All right. I received a $2 tip. Ugly Tuna Roll. Yesterday, I was enjoying your Bloodborne Redemption run. It's a good playlist. Cheers from Slayer from Aerosmith Baby. Oh, he says cheers and Slayer from Aerosmith Baby. There you go. Yeah, that Redemption run is so good because I actually learned the parry mechanic. I don't know when it was. I'd say maybe around 2016, 2017. I started actually trying to learn the games instead of fucking around. So like, you know, my Sekiro run is actually quite good. My Redemption run of Bloodborne is actually quite good, where I'm actually learning the systems. And you know, there's still raids and stuff in those playthroughs. But yeah, that Bloodborne second run, the Redemption run is super good. Because I'm hearing everything. I'm getting great visceral attacks on the bosses. You know, I actually really like the DLC, even though that final boss, Orphan of Cost, is so tough. And it took me, what, like 3 hours to beat him? I still feel it's a fair fight. It's very challenging, but it was fair. And when I beat it, I was like, yeah, like I felt that moment of accomplishment when I did it. It was worth it. All right, guys, we got to end the show. Really, we have to. It's going way too long. So thank you all. I appreciate those of you here hanging out and supporting the stream today. And it's time to move on. It's time to end the show. And it's time for us to do some Helldivers. Okay. All right, everyone, thank you so much. And again, I will just say this in summary. All right. Today we talked about that very hot topic of the detractors. I said my piece. I'm done. I'm not going to be sitting here talking about it. Please don't bother me about it all day or for the next week. I don't care. I also don't care about any of my detractors' responses to it. I just don't give a shit about them at all. I will say this. Do not fight fire with fire. I condemn any negative actions towards others. I don't want other people harming others in any way, even though they've harmed me. All right. I want to be above all of that. Okay. Just being honest. I don't want toxicity and negativity and stuff thrown at other people. I would much rather have some people hopefully eventually wake up themselves and say, wow, what am I doing? Wow, this really is a waste of my time. That's eye-opening. Let's move forward, right? As opposed to, well, now let's all just attack each other and be nasty to each other. That's why people are like, look, can we go? What about side scrollers? Leave them alone. I want nothing to do with that. Leave them alone. What about Rich? Leave them alone. Leave everyone alone. The truth is, one day, all of this is going to fall on its head. It is. One of this is all, it's just going to blow up for them. There's nothing they can do. There's no way. This whole thing has been an insane ride anyway. And if they actually think that this is going to be something that's going to last, no. It's just, right now, the internet is kind of like the Wild West. It still is, to this day. Even though these businesses claim they have terms of service and everything, they're so selectively enforced, they don't give a shit. So one day, it will all come back to bite everybody. But I'm not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, don't worry about it. Don't retaliate. Don't do nothing negative to anybody. Just everyone relax. Sit here. The best way you can support my efforts to be positive is to come support the positive content and hang out with me. That's it. I don't want anyone doing anything negative to anybody else. I condemn it. Don't do it. I will be upset with you if you do. Okay. Let's end the show. Thank you all. Boy, I'm glad that I'm wearing what I'm wearing because it's already pretty warm in here. We haven't even begun with content yet. Thank you all for watching. Let's end the podcast and let's get to gameplay. See you tomorrow. Okay, so we gotta get set up, but guys, I gotta use the bathroom. I've had to use the bathroom for about half an hour, but the podcast just would never end. So we're gonna implement my new thing. It's kind of cool that we have it now. So first of all, let me hit the camera.
Who fucking cares?
Is that centered? Find out. No. No, it's not. It's slightly off. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Burger.
5 in a row. Good. That's concerning. All right. I need to take a break to use the restroom. Okay, guys? So, let's go ahead and, yeah, Fallout First is this new thing you can do for Fallout 76. It's like, it's not new, but it's like some stupid membership for Fallout 76. Dumb. Anyway. Let's take a quick break. I gotta use the restroom. I'll come back in a few, but in the meantime, I got this new spiffy on break signage so you know where I am. You're not wondering, where did Phil go? He disappeared. Okay? All right, I'll be back in a few minutes. Everyone chill, relax. I'll see you in a few, and then we'll play Helldivers.
Bloody hell. Guys, we're only 2 away from a full house. It's still possible. It is still possible. Let's fast forward to where it returns. His chair's still in. Okay, it returns about here. Oh no, just in case. So yeah, around about here, Phil returns. We can still win this thing. We can still win.
Excuse me. Sorry it took so long. I was busy flushing some duty, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so we are ready to start with Helldivers, and we'll see how I do today. Hopefully, geez, can I get this out of there? There it is. Hopefully I can continue to learn and do better at the game and unlock some new stuff. Usually when I boot this up, there's a bunch of freebie stuff they give you for people who've been playing, right? Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just received an incredibly generous tip. Excuse me. Hold on, let's get this. I received a $59 tip from Darren. He wants to talk about Helldivers, which I will do. So hold on. Let me get this tip animation up and running. Let me get this tip on the leaderboard from Darren. Let's see what Darren wants to say.
Who fucking cares?
Excuse me. Okay, he says, amazing. Helldivers 2 is only $39.99. That's right, it's $40 right now. It has no microtransactions in the game. Well, no, it does. Well, he says it has no crazy microtransactions in the game. I mean, it does have microtransactions in the game, but as you see, kind of the incentive of playing the game is unlocking this stuff free. Like, why are you even bothering playing? You're just going to jump in and toss $400 at the microtransactions and just buy everything. Like, why, you know, that's kind of the purpose of the game, is you play the game to unlock the content. No, but it doesn't really make sense to even pay for the content. Anyway, I understand what this person is saying. They say, it's been a very refreshing, positive 2024 versus all negative things and lackluster releases, like how Star Wars Outlaws by Ubisoft has a full pre-release microtransactions and there's a $130 version already. It makes me sick. Have fun with the game. Wow. I saw something about that someone looked up and found a $130 version of the game, and I was like, well, first of all, I have zero interest in buying that, but I didn't know that the game had microtransactions. I guess we'll have to see what it is to get more information about it. It's funny because they announced its release date, right? And I think there was like a trailer, but we haven't really seen too much in the realm of like all the gameplay yet. Elements. It's supposed to be like GTA in the Star Wars universe. So I guess we'll see as it gets closer. I am interested in it though. So with that contribution, we've got gunner glasses, and we're gonna have a hat. So let's vote. Now, just to forewarn everyone, I'm not gonna be wearing heavy winterish hats on a day when it's 60 something outside, and I'm wearing a freaking short sleeve shirt and shorts because it's gonna be warm in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a poll. So which hat is Helldiver's best? Sadly, I don't have a helmet, right? But what hats could we do?
Fucking inflatable fucking
Let's think what would apply,
crown.
what would make sense. I guess the beret, that's kind of military. I guess the
Fucking
cowboy hat.
inflatable
I guess the M.
fucking
Bison hat,
crown.
because that's military style. The other ones that I have are military, more like ranger style. That would apply. We'll just do something stupid. Like the red fedora for absolutely no reason.
Fucking inflatable
The red
fucking
fedora hat
crown.
for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Now I need to refresh my chat. My chat's all glitched. I got stuff stuck up there, like super chats from an hour and a half ago. We're still on the top of my screen. I don't know why. It kind of messed up. Okay. All right. Let's get started, everybody. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Helldivers 2. It has been
Sadly, that has brought an end to the bingo, and we were 2 away from the full house. That podcast was an experience and a half. That was something. Guys, sadly we couldn't get the full house. I think we need a wee small break. A wee auto break. Where are you, wee bugger? Wait, come on. We endured all that to have no otters. For God's sake. How about marbles instead? Will people accept marbles instead of otters? I think we'll do marbles instead. Guys, thank you very much for joining me for that robust podcast. We're not finished yet though. We're going to have a little marble race. But the aim in a marble race is for us to try and complete one of these impossible courses. We'll have 3 attempts at it, and if we manage to get to the end and get somebody to complete one of these impossible courses, we will then get to add $10 to the bingo prize fund. Remember, the current bingo prize fund is $100. We could increase that to 110 buckaroos if we manage to get somebody to complete the marble run. I will be right back. I'm just going to get the marble game all set up for you guys. Don't go anywhere. And yes, I will try and find some otters before the end of the stream. I've got my own BRB screen fill. Welcome back, guys. You all know what time it is. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. God damn it. I pressed the wrong button. I need to fucking fix it again. Here, I got a second. I get to the main menu. Let me correct it. I pressed the wrong thing. There was no marbles there. Let's try again. Community. Balls. False start. Favourites. Bugger. Sorry. This game isn't implemented to work with YouTube chat. It's only a Twitch. This is one of those things where it only works with Twitch chat, and I don't do Twitch. So, yeah, sadly, it kind of seemed to implement it to work with YouTube chat. But it'd be brilliant if you could. It'd be brilliant if you could fucking do it, but apparently there's no fucking way to do it. But yeah, instead I just add all your names manually from the community post. So every single person that has added their comment on the community post has their name listed here. There's 212 marbles here. Right at the very front here, we have Lelouch v Britannia. Don't worry, I'm not going to go through every single fucking marble. I'm just kind of showing you guys. There's 212 here. Lelouch and Warren have the early advantage because they're out in front. But they have 210 marbles behind them. All vying to get to the end. It's me! Where am I here? I am there. Is this me? This big beefy bastard right here is me. There we go. I found me. Oh yeah, they're all the same fucking marble. Don't worry, guys. Aim of the game is for one of these marbles to get to the very end over there. If you've never seen this course before, it is a very challenging course. We have beaten it before. It is possible. It's just very fucking hard. You'll see what I mean very soon. So we'll just have a little close eye up from top here. A bunch of people die to start because they get filtered down that way. Midgard, Tom and Tredidas are gone. They got fried. A lot of people escaped that fate. But as you can see, quite a few people did not get as fortunate to escape that. Old Demise is just gone as well. John C just chilling at the back, taking his sweet ass time. Let's go to first place. Let's not go to first place. Ian, sorry, I just got yeeted out of the fucking world. This current marble is winning. IWNDWYT. I don't know what that means. I assume the last two digits mean YouTube. They're about to die. So I guess it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Oh, these guys they're going way too fast. They're all going way too fast. Ah, that was bad. These ones though, Whale Islander and Dimmock and David Riley are probably going to be okay. They're probably going to get bumped in perfectly. Yep. Absolutely perfectly, all three of them. Now, those guys are going at the right pace there. Now, this is a part here. Whale Islander will get to be the first person to attempt to make it over to that platform over there. They get bounced over here. If they time it right, they will get bounced. I don't think Whale Islander has timed it right. I think I'm going to go to second place, David Riley. They look like they've been bounced up. Actually, they're short. Let's go to Ira. Where the hell's Warren? Warren's made it. What's Warren? We'll keep an eye on Warren. Warren's will be the first person. And remember, they started at the front. Jammy bastard. The finish line is over here. But it moves. These platforms move and the opening to it does not stay there for long. There it is there. It's in there. It's in there. This is bad news for Warren and they're gone. So we are down to our final 7 marbles that are alive. D-Dog was alive very briefly and now they're gone. And Ira's gone as well. Nexu's gone. We're down to our final... Well, Ranger V1 is next up to try. Oh, I'm wrong. Dover and Dolly's mom snuck up behind me. That sounded wrong. Ranger V1, I still need they're gone. Dover and Dolly's mom hit the flag. They're still there. They've been sent back. Okay, Dover and Dolly's mom are the last one alive. We might as well keep an eye on them. There's no other marble to keep alive right now, or just to keep an eye on. Now, can they drop in perfectly to the finish? They're lined up okay. It's in there. They just need to go back the way. Go back, and they're gone. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try 2 more times. We go again. We have 3 attempts. Who are we going to follow? Who are we going to follow? Who are we going to follow? Is anyone going to fucking fall down here and die, or is there a glass in the way? There's glass in the way, so that's impossible. The Botch Prism though, gone. Square Optics gone. There's so much death and destruction. let's follow who's popping. We'll follow who's popping. They go through the portal, and then they go through this portal. And in case you guys aren't aware what's happening here, there's a trampoline at the end there, and you're meant to get bounced up and back the way and through these portals. And then from that portal you get dropped in down here, where you go down the way and try and go down slow enough so you don't fucking die. Jasper's Angels looks like they've done perfectly, and so is Rebsy. They both got slowed down and are going down the sides. As long as nobody bumps them off, they should be okay. Carty Tarty has just ruined it for Jasper's Angels. Probably. Yep, they're gone. Toxic Chedus though somehow sniped it. We're going to keep an eye on Toxic Chedus. We're down to our last 34, 33 marbles, 32 marbles. They're all dying by the wayside here. But can we get a good bounce? Can Toxic Chedus get a good bounce here? He has, you know. Toxic Chedus has been yeeted over. In fact, are they going to drop in time? They might be going too far. Oh god. No, 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 no. They actually went too far. Meester's alive. Baltic Bros not, they're gone. Well, they're still alive, but they're fucking gone. Timmy O'Toole's in the air. Mark's in the air. Oh, Meester's gone, my bad. Mark O'Shaughnessy is there as well. Is anyone? Mark has made it here. We've got two different Marks. We've got a Mark with a big title and then Mark. We'll keep an eye on Mark since they're currently trying to get in. It's good. It's bad, it's good, we don't know, but it's still there. Jack Skellington has gone and we're down to our final 2 marbles. I don't know where Joshua Huff is. They're either in the air or they're about to die. There they are back there. We have 2 marbles left. Right now Mark is going back and forth, teasing us all. He can't make up his mind whether he wants to stay or go. Joshua Huff will come down the way as well and have a go at getting in there. I guess it's not going to be Mark. It's down to Joshua. Perfect. It's not perfect. Oh, come on. They stopped and hit the pole and everything. I thought they were going to drop in. Sadly, we do not have anyone to win that round. We'll try one more time. It is a very difficult course to complete, but we have witnessed it before. We have witnessed people complete this before in the past. It is possible. It is just very, very unlikely. Let's follow Tacozilla. Of course, it was Tacozilla's fine artwork that was responsible for today's thumbnail. He went and done DSP holding the bubble guns like that. So I used it for today's bingo thumbnail. I stole that shit from him and there's not a damn thing he can do about it. Will he be able to get through first time? No, he gets nuked by a laser. So who's going to get to drop through then? Who's the first one to drop through? Joe Badger. Joe Badger, no relation to Joe Mama. But they're about to... This is going to be bad news. Might work out very well for them. Oh, Joe Badger is super lucky. We are following them. But that was an incredibly fortunate bounce off that block. Like, they could have went anywhere. Colleen S is also in close contention behind. They look like they were joining Joe Badger to try and get across. And Sean Gonzalez looks like they're there as well. But right now we'll focus on Joe Badger. Can they get a good bounce? Can they get a good bounce over? I don't think they're going anywhere. We'll keep an eye instead on Colleen. But I don't think they're going to make it either. So I think we're going to... Mr. Pika fan, that's a great bounce. Sean Gonzalez, are they landing on the platform? They are, you know. I think we'll keep an eye on Sean Gonzalez because they're going to get to the fucking flag first, I think. But Mr. Pika fan has also made it over. There's a whole bunch of marbles still up there in contention.
And it just gets to the point where it's so frustrating. I just want to have fun, man.
Oh, they got knocked back. Mr. Pika fan is next to try. We'll keep an eye on Mr. Pika fan. They almost snuck it in. They still could. Sean Gonzalez is gone. Puddy's gone. They're too far to the side, those two. But Mr. Pika fan could be okay, but Puddy's... Oh, they were so close. They were so close. Did you see how close that was? Did you see how close that was? Mr. Pika fan actually almost got in there. Like, Puddy is in a terrible position because they're out wide. Like, even if they fall into the gap, they're not going to fall in the finish. And they both fell anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. That was extremely close. That was extraordinarily close, but sadly, it was not to be. We couldn't get anyone to complete the course this time around, but there is always next time. And since I'm not here next Friday, I guess we'll do it next Saturday instead after the bingo. Guys, I am going to end things there. Let's just get out of here and see if our beloved otters are back yet. They're there, although it's frozen for otters. I need to refresh this fucking stream. I know you're there, otters. YouTube does not want to work for me all of a sudden. There we go, we finally have our otters. We finally. After hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. We've been going for almost 4 hours. Okay, and YouTube doesn't want, for God's sake. Everything's fucking failing, everything's fucking dying. I'm going to tap out, guys. I'm tapping out. Thank you for joining me for some bingo antics today. I really do hope you all had a good time. Hope you had fun. We got to witness a bizarre rant from Phil today. Sad I couldn't get Phil his bingo, but the old saying goes, as always, next time. I will return on Sunday for some more bingo antics. Until then, guys, I do hope you all enjoy the rest of your Friday, wherever you end up doing to enjoy it. Enjoy your Saturday as well, enjoy your weekend. And yeah, I'm going to end how it always ends, by playing Notorious P.I.G. contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. I'm absolutely fucking done in, guys. Thank you very much once again for being here. Thank you for keeping me right in the card. Thank you for the contributions as well, it's very kind of you. But yeah, I will, as I said, be back on Sunday for some more bingo. But until then, guys, have a good one. I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.